where I felt like I could do anything. So do you remember being a kid and not even just thinking you could do anything, but believing it? Back then, impossible was just as imaginary as the possible. Why? Because it was all just something you haven't tried yet. But as a child, it was all about doing everything you could possibly imagine, no matter how weird or silly, just trying your best. And if you failed, it wasn't because it was impossible. It was because it was simply possible tomorrow. I mean, what's more fun? Dreaming of all the possible ways you succeed or imagining all the ways you fail? Ironically, everything that is possible today was once deemed impossible. To overcome that, you need the mindset to look at an obstacle and say, that's not a wall, that's a stepping stone. It's incredibly difficult to reframe the world into a treasure chest of opportunities, but that's what Luffy breathes for. He isn't fighting any antagonist, he is just fighting negativity. He is fighting to stay positive because the true villain in life is whatever stole your joy. And that's almost what happened here. This live adaptation is doing what most people claim to be impossible. And maybe it fails, but what would be the point of wasting your time being negative? The entire point of the story is to be audaciously optimistic and say your impossible dream out loud with your chest puffed up. That's why if you enjoyed this story, it's a testament to what the story means to the people who brought it to us. The passion from the cast and crew are literally tangible, and they made this imaginary world tangible for us and hope to bring a smile to someone's face. But something that might be harder to grasp is the inspiration to be like this. And for that, Inaki Godoy, the actor who plays Luffy, carried a photo of himself as an 11-year-old while on set because he said it was a reminder of what it was like to be in that time of my life where I felt like I could do anything. So do you remember being a kid and not even just thinking you could do anything, but believing it? Back then, impossible was just as imaginary as the possible. Why? Because it was all just something you haven't tried yet. But as a child, it was all about doing everything you could possibly imagine, no matter how weird or silly, just trying your best. And if you failed, it wasn't because it was impossible. It was because it was simply possible tomorrow. I mean, what's more fun? Dreaming of all the possible ways you succeed or imagining all the ways you fail? Ironically, everything that is possible today was once deemed impossible. To overcome that, you need the mindset to look at an obstacle and say, that's not a wall, that's a stepping stone. It's incredibly difficult to reframe the world into a treasure chest of opportunities, but that's what Luffy breathes for. He isn't fighting any antagonist, he is just fighting negativity. He is fighting to stay positive because the true villain in life is whatever stole your joy. And that's almost what happened here. This live adaptation is doing what most people claim to be impossible. And maybe it fails, but what would be the point of wasting your time being negative? The entire point of the story is to be audaciously optimistic and say your impossible dream out loud with your chest puffed up. That's why if you enjoyed this story, it's a testament to what the story means to the people who brought it to us. The passion from the cast and crew are literally tangible, and they made this imaginary world tangible for us and hope to bring a smile to someone's face. But something that might be harder to grasp is the inspiration to be like this. And for that, Inaki Godoy, the actor who plays Luffy, carried a photo of himself as an 11-year-old while on set because he said it was a reminder of what it was like to be in that time of my life where I felt like I could do anything. So do you remember being a kid and not even just thinking you could do anything, but believing it? Back where I felt like I could. There we go. I should be oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Also, let me see my filter. Yeah, all right. See, I figured out how to use my microphone. So now I could be loud and proud. Whatever that means. So if you guys are listening, that's a short. I was just cooking up. I didn't want to take away from my main YouTube schedule too much with my Mega Theory videos, but definitely was inspired to make something related to it, the live action, considering I don't know, the people, the meaning, the pride, all that jazz. Let me just tweet out the link and we should be good to go. Oh man, I almost tweeted from my personal account. That's crazy. I don't even tweet on that account. I'm not gonna fix that typo. That's just too funny. Hello? Oh my god, I hate. Paste. Boom. Post. Give me 1 second, guys, and we should be good. Let me just get the stream notifications up. There we go. Oh, damn it. Deny. Boom and boom. Okay. Everything should be good. Thank you guys, by the way, on letting me know about the double stream, because that last time I had an error and I guess it just decided to carry on here. Let me get the Twitch chat opened up because I do not want to neglect you guys over there. Not this time around. Oh, let me start up the kick because we want to neglect that side for sure. Welcome to the knock up stream, guys. There's no real reason why I'm wearing this right now. I was saving this for another stream, but I don't know, you know, sometimes you just feel good, kind of, you know, like it feels like at 2 a.m. tonight, my time, or tomorrow morning, I'm gonna sit down and watch some One Piece with the family. It's gonna be some fun stuff. Pretty excited for that. Let me just get everything sorted out. Close out. Why is Premiere open? That's odd. It might freeze for a second right now. And stream. Hello? Hello? Stream? There we go. All right. Did you get that jacket tailored? No. No, I did not. This one was, I got it. So when I went to LA, I met a guy. Irvin, an Anime Gear Guru. They currently just got licensed to make like merch now, like anime stuff. Like they got the licensing for it. So before that all happened, he gave Matt Owens a Law jacket, and it is so sick, and I wish I could have got one, but I didn't bring like space for luggage when I went, and he would have just given it to me, and I was like, damn. But you know, obviously supporting all the stuff. I bought a bunch when like I would do a whole fashion show for you guys right now, but like it's pretty sick. Yeah, like a Law jacket. It's so sick. He gifted it at the dinner that Roger and Matt Owens hosted. So this was yo, the Lonely Mage with the 5 gifted memberships. We didn't even get into the sauce yet. I also I bought a few of things, and I was gonna, like, in preparation to do the giveaway for that charity stream. I haven't determined what yet to give away because I'm kind of sick, but like there's some stuff. I don't want to say what yet because there's some options, but yeah. So we're here, you know, chapter 1091. It's a late night. This isn't my regular time to stream, but nonetheless needed to do it. I wanted to do it. If you guys are wondering, I didn't want, like, obviously the live action drops tomorrow, well, tonight, like 2 a.m. my time, midnight technically. I guess if you use one of my various you know, tracking links for VPN, you could get it whenever you want. But that being said, I wanted to watch it tomorrow with like my wife and Zen, and I also didn't want to stream like while everybody's talking about it because I don't know, it just felt weird. So we're here at an odd time. Maybe we get Sai into this. Let me just double check that he's good. And how much time? We're at 10 minutes. All right, we're gonna start in like a minute. Okay, cool. But yeah, thank you again, Lonely Mage. The Lonely Mage. But yeah, so that's why wait, Nessa Williams, that's the you're in the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat, right? That was the same person, or is it very Similar names. But yeah, so that was at the very beginning of the video or stream. I was playing the looped short. So that's the idea. That's the sentiment, you know? Gotta live out the dreams that Roger started out. I'm excited. Ooh, I got jitters. All right, same person. Gotcha. Let me see. Okay, we're good to go then. Time Lord, what's up? Oh, hold on. Let me. Thank you, Time Lord. Thank you. I need to change the Twitch title. Right now it says I'm streaming with Geo. Not that that's a bad thing, but that's not the greatest like look, you know. And Geo knows. I'm not trying to. It's no slander. You could send him the slander. He knows. It's not the best for marketing, is all I'm gonna say. It's no slander. You could send him the slander. He knows. Just do that. It's not the best for marketing, is all I'm gonna say. And then once I fix it, it should stop lagging. It's no slander. You could send him the slander. One Piece chapter 1091. It's not the best for marketing, is all I'm gonna say. And then once I fix it, it should stop lagging. Boom. All right, cool. Done. We can stream now. Chapter 1091. Guys, welcome to the live action. Not the live action. Why did I just say? Is it because I'm wearing Roger's jacket? Is it because I'm wearing Goldie Rogers? No, I meant to say welcome to the knockup stream. Technically, it's one and the same, you know. Roger, if Goldie Roger was a streamer, it would be the knockup stream. I think Goldie Roger would. He'd be the Genghis Khan, right? Right? Genghis Khan. Wait, why are you guys saying Harry Mack is the GOAT? Yeah, I saw Harry Mack live. Wait, how'd you guys... Wait, why is that coming up right now? Did I end up in a video? Because I was in his... Like, I was right next to him on the thing. That's kind of... That was so random. This is good memories, though. What was I going to say? Damn. Welcome to the knockup stream. This chapter oh man, okay, so last chapter 1090 Kizaru, 1091 Sentamaru. I just realized their name just kind of rhymes. Not kind of, it does rhyme, but yeah, this the jacket is pretty sick. There's a nicer one that fits me a little bit better, but this is pretty sick. Like I could show up at like Comic-Con with this, you know. Everybody would, you know, move aside. I'll put the shackles on too, so they know what version of Roger I am. The dying one. No, let's see. Chapter 1091. One Piece Netflix. Who's this? That's not Lucci. Is that Poochie? That's not a leopard. That's wait, Spots. Oh wait, that is a leopard. Is that a leopard? Yeah, it just doesn't look like Lucci. It looks like it's like Lucci's little brother, Gucci. Yeah, Nino, Poochie or Gucci. Cheetah, that's what it is. It's Chuchi. Yeah, Cheetah. That's what I should know that. I'm so disappointed in myself. This is the issue with streaming at night, like for the chapter. My brain is better like midday and like very late at night. This is like too early or late or like in the middle. It's weird, but we're here. This is a cheetah. That's not Lucci. Why is there a cheetah? What? Wait, I'm excited. Are we gonna get a cheetah devil fruit user? The awakened cheetah. What does that mean? Is this like the first time Oda's drawn a cheetah too? Also, why can't Chopper stay? Like, why is his merch face on his reindeer form? Oh, hello? Why? What is that? Okay. Did we get Oda's note? Oh, we didn't get Oda's notes. We didn't get Oda's notes. It's kind of, this cat smoking a cig right on the front. It's kind of cool. What cover story is this from? Oh my god. These colors are bright. What are they eating? Oh, it's a pizza. Is that Ratatouille? Oh, Murphy. Murphy doesn't know this reference. That's so sad. She still hasn't watched Ratatouille. Flamingos. Oh my god, Doflamingo. Oh, and there's two of them for the, you know, the do flamingo. Get it? Like two. Oh, Jinbei and Sanji making the pizza. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that camaraderie. Wait, where's Robin at? Oh my god, the one piece is a pizza. It's a pizza pie. That's a more? Look at that. Chili jalapeno? You know what's mad funny about this? Why do I feel like this is just what Oda had for lunch that day? Like, Oda's just like, huh, what'd I draw today? I did go to that pizza store. Is that a giant sausage? Luffy's grip on the pizza's wild? Yeah, that's true. He's gripping that possessed... Woo! Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy. There is a sausage in the back, though. Like, Oda didn't need to draw this sliced sausage like that, though, right? That's kind of wild. Huh. Alright. We can enjoy this later. Oh, you know what this gave me flashbacks of, though? I just made the short about how we were talking about Luffy's fruit was the resin fruit. Nah, it's the cheese. You know, cheese could work. Cheese? Luffy's pretty cheesy. Gear 5's kind of cheesy, you know? Cheese has many forms. Kind of interesting. Oh, and it's spoiled milk. So that's technically like Sai's favorite thing ever. All right, here we go. Admiral Kizaru. Oh, okay. Okay, we're jumping right into it. The Pirate King. Time to face off. Hold on. Shiver me timbers. We're jumping right into it. Admiral Kizaru has begun his incursion. The Navy makes its move. Get ready. The enemy won't take this lying down. That's... What does Kizaru normally do? Whoa. Woo. Sentimaru. Oh wait, I already read that. Chapter 1091. I don't know why I read that so epic. He's not doing shit. Let's stop it. Okay. So these guys, it looks like they have a slot for green blood, but it just has like this candy cane kind of like thing going on. Don't let them use their lasers. How are you gonna... Hello? How are you supposed to stop the laser? That doesn't even make sense. What are you gonna do? You didn't even bring a mirror. Hello? What the Yo, this guy's acting like he's about to do shit. He sees it's like, don't stop them. Sir, what are we supposed to do? I don't really know. Fire the cannons. Oh, okay, great idea. Ooh-ah. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, I was like, wait, how did they fire the cannons and they got rocked? How did that make sense? It's the weaponized sea beasts. Fire. Chump? Wait, is Dax here? Is Dax here? Does Dax see this? Is that... Oh... Drill? Nose? Is this what Dax has been theorizing this entire time? Pluton is a mole? The drill that will pierce the heavens is right here. Oda. Wait a second, guys. That's kind of crazy. That's so random. Why does this one thing just have a drill? That's sick. Also, why does it have like these? Why doesn't it just have normal ears? That's kind of crazy. Like that. This isn't. I just want to like. Oh, you know what's sick too? This lion, because you know I'm the king of theories. It has the vision goggles, and it's calling you guys all chumps. That's crazy. That's crazy. Shout outs to me and Dax. We showed up in the chapter. The lion and the rat. Wait, is that a rat or a mouse? Huh. Sick. Oh, and a hippo. Steam Knuckle. What's Fukaboshi doing here? Oh wait, that's Cincinnati. That's crazy. I thought that was Fukaboshi. This definitely does. Wait, hold on. Doesn't this look like the? Wait, not Fukaboshi. What's the brother? One of the brothers. Huh? Hello? I swear this looks like one of the brothers. A hippo. 71. Oh wait, what are the numbers? We don't get numbers. Okay. Leave our ships alone. If it's a fight you want, I'll give you one. Oh wait. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is she the... Oh, she's the cheetah probably from the first. That's Luffy's mom right there. I don't blame you. I was about to say good job, Garp, but then I was like, wait. Garp isn't his dad. The vice admirals are touching down. Wait, what do I see? Doll's putting in work? Yeah, I see the work. But the jacket goes hard. Thank you. Jacket's pretty clean. I have a different one that I might wear more often. Maybe I just wear this one for all the chapter reactions though. Labo Stratum. Okay. I like how the pacifistas, by the way, they're like casual, right? Like look at the vice admiral, or Doll's Doll's a vice admiral. This oh, she's kicking the pacifista. I thought that was a sea beast. It's a good thing on my back. Oh, these are the vice admirals right here. Oh, damn, they have to try a little hard for these pacifistas now that I'm actually using my eyeballs. Labostratum. The Marids and Robo Beasts at the coast. Are really going at it. So he's just watching this all? What is this viewpoint? Yo, the cameraman is crazy. The cameraman's putting in work right now. That's wild. The cameraman's like out in the field and shit. Shout out to that Denden Mushi. Already? But Sentomaru is waiting for them with a squadron of pacifistas under his command. It should be clear that the island's defenses are nigh impenetrable. Impenetrable is such a rough word. Like they said that about Wano. Like the Gorosei saying that about Wano, but then they have CP0 agents there, and they sent Cypher Pol there, and they have like multiple people penetrated Wano, like literally and figuratively, and like Vegapunk saying like, oh my god, why isn't Egghead impenetrable right now? It's just like, are you using your eyes? Like, they didn't even put up their shields. Whatever, it's fine. Why didn't you put the laser system on the whole island? It's fine. It's fine. Pacifista control hierarchy, as if it for those of you guys who, this is the equivalent of a flashback right here. Like, if you forgot this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your brain cells. So they sent that guy ahead to take out the deterrent. Isn't that Kizaru? Stussy was right. They sent an admiral. It seems those dark memories from Sabaody have come back to haunt us. Damn. They've already started fighting down here. I'm sorry, Sentomaru. Asking you to face him is too cruel. Didn't bro like to ask him to sacrifice himself like not too long ago? I'll understand if you choose to flee. Oh. I thought this was an image of Sentomaru blocking it. And like Kizaru's knee breaking, like his leg, this like fold on his pant leg almost looks like Sentomaru cracked his leg, which would make no sense. But this makes way more sense. You really ought to surrender, Sentomaru. I was like, no, stop it. That's such a crazy freeze frame. Imagine you showed somebody this at like Sabaody. Sentomaru stopped an admiral? Damn. You just didn't even show them this part? Yasakani no Magata. Yo, you know, like, people against Marines are gonna pull up this thing and be like, Sentomaru stopped him, like out of context. Yasakani no Magatama. Which one is that the Magatama? Wait, is that the exact name? Was it Magatama? I thought it was. Is that the Sacred Jewels one? What does this translate to? I know it's the shower blue. I just forget what this translates to. Like the other one is the sword, the Yamato, that sword thing, right? What does this one translate to? Like, what is that the actual name? Or is this a reference to the name? Why do I not remember Magatama? Huh. It's kind of significant. Interesting. Huff. Sorry, Unk. I gave my word to Straw Hat Luffy. Damn, what a switch up. It's a jewel. Okay, good. That's what I thought. The jewel was... Okay, so that's significant. For me, because I was just doing some translation stuff. And I was like this came up in a different context. I was like, what? All right, never mind. Interesting. What happened to your defense? Picks up his axe. Okay. You know how sick it would have been if this was like Mjolnir and he just went whoosh, whoosh. And since when have you been one to get chummy with pirates? I owe the old man my life. I don't care whose side I gotta take if it means helping him. I just read that differently. It's fine. Take this. Damn. Did he hockey that shit up too? Was he going for the kill? Imagine a world where Kizaru just like disrespected and just didn't dodge, and then like Sentomaru actually just sliced him in half because he used hockey. That'd be kind of crazy. And this, oh baby Sentomaru is kind of cute. Wait, that's adorable. Little ball boy. That's funny. Yo, it's so cute when babies are just like, you just kind of can like just roll them around. And this, I thought we were meant to deal with the bear attacks. What happened? Who did this? Some kid beat us to it? The villagers are all wimps. I hate them. I don't even, oh my, what? Hello? What? Sentomaru is crazy. They kicked you out, huh? All I need is a job that pays. I'm tough, so I don't get hungry or anything. Okay, so he's a samurai. This is, you know who Sentomaru is? This theory moment. Sentomaru is one of Odin's kids that came out of the Harem Wars. Okay? All right? It's factual. I don't know how old Sentamaru is. All I know is that this is some Kozuki energy right here. And Odin literally stole wives. Many. There was an entire war. You can't tell me there wasn't one. Momo has one half brother. One. And if it's Sentamaru, believable. Believable. I don't think that's the craziest theory. Don't, like, am I wrong? You don't come, like, what was Odin really doing shacked up with all those girls? Come on. One of them had Sentamaru. Look at it. He took out bears. Momo wishes. Oh, then can I ask what you're looking to buy with all that money? Onigiri. Oh, and he's Shimotsuki. This. No, I'm joking. I don't even know. Yo, wait. Do wa ha ha ha. Wait. Is that Kizaru's laugh? Do wa ha 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 ha. Dua? That's crazy. Sentamaru's family might have left Wano with Zoro's family. Hey, exactly. Wait, do we know where this is? They didn't tell us, right? No, they didn't tell us. You were so cute back then. What happened? You got ugly. Why? Kizaru's messed up. In that case, how would you like to be my bodyguard, Squirt? You'll really give me a job? Awesome. Hey, Unk, how am I meant to protect Grandpa Punk? Come teach me. Ooh. So he's... I was going to say this, like, Garp had Kuzan, right? Kizaru had Sentamaru. So Sentamaru is clearly Kuzan level. Imagine we flash to, like, them doing battleship bags. I taught you the best I could, Sentamaru-kun. Wait, can we see how he taught him? Wait, I want to know how he was taught. Interesting. Ashigara Palm. Sumo Strike. Ashigara is the mountain associated with the legendary Kintaro. Oh, yep. That said, my guard isn't anything to sneeze at either, you know. Why is he just repeating lines? He's spamming the same line. Can we get another line? Why? Like, he hit us with this line last chapter, at the end of last chapter. He should hit us with the best offense, or the best... Yeah, the best offense is a strong defense. Like, let's get some more nuance to defense. Imagine he bat the laser. That'd been sick. All pacifista units come in. Oh, wait, the authority chips. That was the thing that they were talking about here. I guess the flashback was necessary. Did they clarify for Seraphim and wait a second, wait a moment, is he like mass calling them? The previous commander issuer is unconscious and out of commission. Authority has been transferred to me. It's that easy. There's been a change. Also, what is this block? Is this not Law's like heart thing? What is this? Is this a nut? Huh. I mean, a lot of people would listen if someone literally had their hands on your nut. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of a grip. You know what I mean? That would make someone do a lot of things. It's quite the authority chip. There's been a change of plans. Protect the naval fleet. And send the weaponized sea beast to the ocean floor. Wait, he can just do that? From this? He can command these things too? Or he's telling the passive... Protect the naval fleet and send the weaponized sea beast to the ocean floor? Also, is he just shouting? Because I thought the whole point with the chip was that you can't project the thing. Like, you have to be there. Like, the Den Den Mushis can't do it. So like, is he just shouting really loudly that they can all hear him? The objective of the Pacifista Squadron has been successfully changed. That was so easy. Oh my God. What a waste. But I suppose if I had to choose the Pacifistas are the better assets to secure. Keep me updated on all the casualties incurred. Yes, sir. All right, so this pretty simple chapter so far. Centaur's finished. I mean technically he's like not like where's the stab wound from Lucci, right? We can't afford a dilly-dally. Let's lift the defense system. Yeah. Oh my God. And why did Oda draw his eyelashes like this? Do you see this? Do you see the mascara? Also, what is this? Oh, that's this looked like a new thing. Like it has legs. I thought this was like something from Toy Story. But it's a Dendemushi monitor that they're watching. We won't let the time he bought us go to waste. You won't crack it. Don't forget, I'm a Vegapunk too. Okay, so he wins. Focus. Kizaru's made of light. He could be passing through the laser barrier any moment now. So he knew. Like, Vegapunk knew that this system was garbage for like the most reasonable admiral to come to Egghead is Kizaru. So his impenetrable defense is pointless. What was what? Like, I'm pretty sure if I was Vegapunk and I'm trying to make a defense just in case like the admirals are sent my way, it's not a secret who the admirals are. You could very easily make counter things for sort of most of them. Like, you can't really do much if like magma starts melting down your island, I guess. But like, still, I don't know. This is kind of funny. This is like, huh? The admiral is made of light always comes to my island. You know what I should do? I should make a security system made of light so he can just boop boop. He doesn't even need to knock. Why would Kizaru need to knock? Oh yeah, that's another thing actually. Wait a second. This needs to be explained. Why is this a thing? What is this Vegapunk part of the world government already? And is this Kizaru already? Yeah, he has the jacket. So what's this? What is going on here? They're just like buddy? Like, is this Vice Admiral Kizaru? Or is that Admiral Kizaru? That doesn't look like. I don't know. They're interesting. I'd like a time reference for that. What? Wait, what? You mean he can get in whenever he wants? Indeed. That guy almost wiped us out back in the day, you know? Wait, it just gets worse. My, the Straw Hat Pirates. How nostalgic. Oh, that guy almost wiped us out back in the day. That's the Straw Hats. Gotcha. Nostalgic. Okay, and then he just jumps up. And this light behind... Okay, wait, why does it look like resin, though? That's kind of funny. The resin theory lives on. Kizaru's the awakening is light. I mean, resin. Let's book it. Once the barrier is down, we need to be ready to get out of here pronto. Way ahead of you. All we need to do is carry the ship over to the back of the island. Let's make it happen. Ding, ding. Ding. Lilith, what's that racket? The emergency siren. But why? No one should be able to get through the barrier. What happened to being a Vegapunk? What do you mean no one? Like, the main antagonist right now is made of light. Alright, Lilith is not the smartest. We can power skill brain, like, IQ points for the Vegapunks. Lilith is not... Depending on the password, York is down there. Lilith is down there. Not impressed, Oda. The power station. Punk Records. And York. Those... Why did he say that like the secret ingredients to the Powerpuff Girls? Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Those are the 3 ingredients to make the Powerpuff Girls reborn. Those are the 3 things that can't become collateral. Honestly, it would be nice if I could add old friends to that list. Unfortunately, though. Damn. Damn. He has remorse. That's crazy. That's why I want to know their. I mean, obviously, the Oda just shows us Kizaru and Vegapunk staying next to each other. What's their relationship like, right? But this is like adding to that, adding to the weight of that. He goes, if I could add old friends to that list, like it would be nice, right? I don't like it's. This is such a weird, like being ordered to kill somebody like you knew. I don't know, like in any kind of like story, that's always like unfathomable. Someone you used to know who took up a considerable portion of your life. It's not like he hates him either. Kizaru has infiltrated the dome. Yeah. Luffy and the others are still making their way back. Hurry, Luffy. Luffy-san, this isn't looking good. It'd be pointless to lift the barrier if the ship isn't in position. Okay. Huh. Cuckoo. Stussy? Yo, that's a... This is... If this panel isn't colored in, like Oda didn't even, like those eyes. Ooh. Break a man's heart. Cuckoo. All right, so Lucci. Wait, is that a straw hat? And this is Lucci? And this is Cuckoo? Bum rushing Vegapunk, okay. Which is what like me and Sai were talking about. We were talking about the reality that no. No, Oda did not just do that. I'm here with the Stussy looking like that and like that in the same goddamn. You flipped the. You know how crazy this. I need to know if this is like printed in in the magazine. Is this on the bottom left of the page and you flip and you find out Stussy? Because it'd be so bad if it was like page and you already see Stussy fine. That's because like, man, I'm telling you how many dudes took a break or when the official comes out and they buy the chapter, they're gonna pause on this. They're gonna pause on this page, you know, get some, you know, tissues are vital, right? And then they're gonna flip the page and be like, God damn, good thing I paused. Because woo, Lucci with that finger, bro. God damn. Ah, no, that is woo. Stussy's butt is why wait. This shit has to be added in. There's no way Oda drew in butt sweat. That's crazy. I'm sorry, I can't take. Like it's in my face. You know what I mean? Like it's literally like when you scan this page. Like if you had, I need to get an eye tracker. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get the eye tracker. Like 99.99% of everybody. No, not a guy thing. Everybody is looking here. Okay, because this is where the wound is. It's not even the butt. If I had the eye tracker on right now, it would be here, and all you guys are calling me out. But it's because that's where the action. Where do you want me to look? Right? Like where am I supposed? Oh, here? No, I'm looking at the stab wound. I'm looking at the action, right? And then the action continues, and apparently Oda is self-reporting right now because there's no shot. There's butt sweat. This is not blood. This is blood. That's not blood. How does blood physically get here from there? You know what I mean? Oda's crazy, dude. All right. Well, you see, this is blood, and Lucci. You know, I'm gonna say it though. Like, this should not be this is Stutsy's selling right now. You're telling me Sentomaru took a whole Stussy. I can't even say the word. I can't even say what's happening here. I'm just gonna say Shigan, right? Stussy got Shiganed, which in Japanese still means the same thing essentially, but whoa. Finger gun is even crazier, but at least it's hidden in Japanese. YouTube, Oda wrote it, not me, okay? Shigan, okay? Stussy got Shiganed, and you're telling me Sentomaru got fisted, bro. Sentomaru got a hand in him, and he's fine. He's completely fine. And you're telling me I have to worry about this? This? Like, Vegapunk's like, Nani? Man, Sentomaru got up. Stop it. Like, Stussy's what? A bat immortal clone? She's not even real. Stop it. Stussy-chan. Sorry, Nami-san. I'm borrowing this. I don't get why didn't they just have them in the bubbles in the first place? Why did they treat them differently? That was always my question. Sanji's like 9,000, right? No, this is everybody should have done this from the start. Why are you leaving Lucci and Kaku, arguably the strongest antagonists right now outside of Kizaru, in the room with Vegapunk? This is what we were saying. Me and Sai were like, yo, he's in the room with Vegapunk. Like, he could just blitz everybody. Seems your friend left you out of the loop. Huh? Okay. Man, Zoro's so cool. Looks like you waited for backup to grow a spine. Oh shit! Wait, that's Zoro. Damn, Zoro's calling him a pussycat. That's crazy. You're all good as dead now that Kizaru and I are working together. That's presumptuous of you, buddy. That's wild. He's like, we're working together. Kizaru shows up. Boop. I mean, actually, no, they are working together. Never mind, because he leaked the Kizaru, on entry is gonna treat him like an ally, or it should at least, because the reports. Not that the reports like helped. Everything that Kizaru has done so far is basically like, yeah, go to Center Island, stop friend, go up. You should know by now not to underestimate us. What do you mean end of... Wait, what is this? Huh? Wait, what do you mean end of chapter and then there's another page? Okay, hold on. I was wondering where their ship got to when I didn't see it at the shore. Hurry! They sent an admiral, Luffy. What should we do? Hey, Luffy. Luffy's just smiling. Breaking week next chapter. Chapter 1091. Okay, so chapter ends. But... Hey, ya. No, I'm not ready. No. No, I'm not ready. No. What do I do? Hold on. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Okay. You're telling me they is this real life? They ended the chapter and then had this cold ass Oh man, the Dom shoes kind of fuck it up, bro. I'm not gonna like. I love the Dom shoes. The theory about them, cool, but the chanclas, come on. Even shout out the live action shoes. Put those in the panels over these stupid, not stupid. That's not stupid Dom shoes. There's no knock. It just would have been. You know what I mean? Like, this is such a cold panel. Oh, I could see it animated right now. You don't know. I like this last week. I was like reliving Sabodi like a few times over for like a video. Man, that was brutal. Oh, oh. I see that you're as cheeky as ever. We're 100 times stronger than we were 2 years ago, Kizaru. Yo, he said we. Yo, this is such a sick callback line because this is what Shaki said to Luffy in chapter 499. She said like Luffy was worried about Kizaru's like Shaki was saying like, you know, there was the worst gen was on the thing, and Luffy was like, oh, is the old man gonna be okay? And then Shaki laughed and said, he's 100 times stronger than all of you guys. And then we see like Luffy square up against Kizaru, fail, and then Rayleigh shows up and demonstrates like, I am him. 2 years later, we're 100 times stronger. Yo, this is base. This is base. I feel like a lot of people like I'm not saying like he can't do this. Obviously we saw like Luffy and Kaido base box, but I feel like a lot of people were imagining when Luffy fought Lucci, he instantly went gear 5. I low-key I imagined that. But I think I'm just imagining it because apparently in gear 5 clothes just don't matter. He just automatically gets his like regular clothes. And you know, I'll be honest. I am a fan of Egghead outfits. I am. I love them. I love the is Luffy wearing his goddamn shorts with this? What is going on? Was he always wearing so backing up? Obviously I'm a fan of the, like, you know how iconic this panel would be? I need one of the artists to take the time to just like put Luffy in his regular clothes real quick. You know, like just redraw this with his regular clothes. I'm sure one of the cracked artists in our community, shout outs to all of them, are more than capable of doing that. You know, it's just a personal thing. There's nothing wrong with this. This is a wallpaper. And I need a replacement because I was just talking about Stussy, like that face wallpaper material, right? And then Oda just had Lucci Shigan her, bro. Crazy. Patek said, I brought this up to Threeville earlier in stream, but did Luffy Kizaru clash remind you of Rayleigh Kizaru clash vibes? You know, might as well just bring it. Let's see it. So that would be chapter 511. Let's see it. Oh, shout outs to the Gear 5 face. Huh. Interesting. What did that tongue do? I could see it. I want to see next chapter. Is this, well, I have a question though. I'm not like the expert here. Maybe I am. But this isn't normal, right? Like is this how it happened? Like they ended the chapter and then we got this? Damn. You know, as much I wanted Zoro to do it for like, you know, like and especially after seeing this, especially after reliving this again, I told you I went through these chapters a few times this last week, and the anime, man, and like remembering how I felt as a kid when I watched this, or when I was younger. That's ridiculous. Like Zoro was like, yes, Thriller Bark, like all the time Zoro was about that. This was literally like, this is probably the easiest way for Zoro to get isekai'd. You know what I mean? Like this was it. And this is the payback. Damn. It's a double page. The One Piece ends thing just happens to be on the right this time. Gotcha. What's up? What's going on, Chaotsui? What's with the par? What do you say? You also did this early Egghead? The end of thing? Par doing manga panel redraws to strip characters? Wait, I didn't. Yo, and you say, come on, let me live. I get it. You're right. You caught me. 4K. There's nothing I could say. I still want it, but like, you don't have to say it like that. Blazing Blue with the $20 super chat. Thank you. Hype chapter, love the fit par. What do you think of the idea that Big News Morgans could be the hawk, eagle, bird on top of Yggdrasil in Elbaf? At least for the memes, he's always going to bring Vivi there anyways. Oh, he's probably going to bring Vivi there anyways. Super chats aren't always orange, right? Because that shit blinded me. I'm not gonna even lie. Like, my dyslexia was acting up cold right there. I could not read that for the life of me. Oh, it's also because my yellow filter's on. That's why. Which I'll turn off right now. Thank you. I'll be wearing this more often. It seems like this is the vibe. Okay, so like Big News Morgans is crazy, right? Because imagine he is like a mythical zone. Oh, we know what his fruit is technically, but Oda could always add in like mythical. He told us what it was, the albatross fruit. So, I think albatrosses have an interesting lore. Aren't albatrosses the kind of birds that they're the birds that can fly the longest without landing, right? I think that's what albatrosses are. So, hey, maybe there's something there, right? Because the whole story is about sailing and not flying technically, right? Durag, what's up, bro? Goldie Par, you know it. Have to bring out the good vibes. Today's a dope day, dope night. I feel like this fight isn't gonna go long. Yeah, I gotta like feel. It's, you know what? Like, it's a little hard to it's a little hard to, I guess, contextualize the vibes right now, like on what this clash means, right? Because like with like this one, it was like it was very quickly subdued with Rayleigh going, can't you just let them go, Kizaru? Like Rayleigh does it. We already knew Rayleigh does not want to fight. We know Rayleigh doesn't want to fight. We know Rayleigh doesn't even want to be here. He's sticking on his neck more, like more than he has for probably anyone since like Roger, right? And so as long as the situation gets diffused, it's not like these two are going to continue fighting, right? Like the moment they left, it's like, because I was like, yeah, it's not like, you know, there's no celestial dragon holding a gun to my head to capture you right now, right? Like we could just go different ways, right? Whereas this one, this is different. This is so different. This is there's beef. There's like 9. This is like a all you can eat buffet of beef right now. He's an admiral. There's Sabo Odi. There's the Zoro disrespect. Like this is like the right hand. He's proving himself. He's having fun. Look at him smiling. He's protecting. It's hard because I think it gets diffused, but like I don't think Kizaru loses. I don't think Luffy just slams him like like he doesn't know him like or disrespect him. But then at the same time, it's not like Kizaru just like, oh, you know what? You know what, actually? There's a huge thing missing from these chapters. I just realized, like, it just dawned on me. No pun intended, but like literally just dawned on me. We don't grasp the speed and vibe of this chapter because there's a character here that literally the entire perspective shifts when you see the anime, because this is not what he's saying. He's not saying, I was wondering where the ship got to when I didn't see it at the shore. He's going, ooh, I was wondering where there's like this, like they don't even need to pad the episodes when Kizaru's there. Kizaru just speaking is the filler. Like it's so slow. I wonder if this is like fast paced. You know what I mean? Like maybe the more serious Kizaru gets, the faster he talks. That'd be kind of sick, right? And I was just saying that because, like, is he still nonchalantly talking to him? If Saturn dies, I'll eat a shoe. Saturn's not even here. Who's killing Saturn? This is the funniest part. Like, hey, I'm on board for Saturn being strong. I'm on board for Saturn being OP, end state, Gorosei agenda, right? My man, who is touching this dude right now? like, where is this guy? Where is he? He's just chilling. Like, I didn't know he came as reinforcements with Kizaru as his chaperone for him to just be like, oh, naruhodo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the dude is just chilling there. Kizaru should have been facing Zoro, Sanji, or together because Luffy is someone that can grab light in Gear 5. I mean, technically, they all can grab light now, right? Between Haki and Photonic Gloves. But you're saying Luffy can jump rope light, which I do want to see. I like as much like I don't. I think. See, this is where I separate from power scalers and agenda, right? People when inevitable happens and Luffy jump ropes an end stage antagonist, they're gonna be like, damn, that was disrespectful, how weak, right? But I think it's an honor. If you got the honor to be jump roped by Luffy, you are that guy. You know what I mean? Like, Luffy didn't do that to Lucci. He did it to Kaido. It's an honor. Luffy, jump rope me, please. You know? Like, that's what everybody should be saying. That's the appropriate response. Let me also, I think there's another super chat. Let me see the super chat and then I'll bring Sai in here too. Oh, there's bits. Let me read these bits. Thank you again, Lonely Mage, for the 5 gifted subs. Timer with 100 bits says, Garp. Give me 1 second. It might lag for a second. Apologies. My apologies. I have... with my new setup, you know, everything should be smoother. The knock-up stream should be way more suave. You know what I mean? But because I have more bandwidth, I just filled out that bandwidth. So, like, I just have a bunch of shit going on. Damn. There we go. All right. Let me see. Okay. Hold on. Let me read this other one. D-Boy Smokey with the $2 super chat says, youngest emperor versus the oldest admiral. Symbolic. Is Akainu and Kizaru same age? I know Akainu is not admiral right now, right? He's fleet admiral. But are they the same age? Interesting. But yeah, this is history. This is what the tales of the future. You know what I mean? These are the stories that they're gonna tell. Let me drag Sai into this. Let me bring Sai. Here he is.
Whoa.
Yo.
Let me see if I can activate my camera here. Oh, look at that. It's on.
Hey.
And how's it going, everybody? How do you like the chapter?
Yeah, it's a solid. I mean, like, this most we expected most of it, right? But the let me just get the overlay sorted out. Guest? Hello, Sai?
There we go. Look at that. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, on properties.
Norse Peace Win. I hope we never go to Elbath. Elbath is going to be so boring, dude.
Oh, wait, you streamed today. Wait, do you always stream the chapter? I forget.
I usually stream the Raws, and I was doing that yesterday, but my internet went down, so I couldn't stream the Raws, so I instead just streamed the chapter.
Was it Cox?
Yeah, it was Cox.
Okay.
They love they love like shoving that cock in there. I hate it.
I'm talking about the internet. Okay, guys. See,
yeah, I'm talking about the internet.
Yeah, I know, but like you were trying to misguide my viewers just now.
I'm not trying to misguide. I don't know what you're talking about. But how's it going, everybody?
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, if you guys don't know, the Sai streamed earlier, so make sure to check that out. Always a good time. Sai probably had a lot to talk about with this chapter.
It was all just Rob Lucci.
Let me read this bits real quick, and it'll probably frame our discussion too. So Time Lord with 100 bits. Shout out Time Lord. First, Garp versus Aokiji, chaotic good versus lawful evil for a good goal purpose. Okay. Second, Luffy versus Kizaru, unpredictable good versus unpredictable evil. So does this imply we'll get a dragon versus a Kainu fight soon? Absolute good versus absolute evil. The monkey family all get fights to try to prove their way of freedom is correct. That's kind of sick.
Yeah, I kind of like the way. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, dragon versus a Kainu. And here's the thing.
That's why I say Time Lord.
When you were reading that message, I didn't know who was the good and evil. I was like, oh yeah, like the monkey family's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like I mean, the Marines justice. I mean, they're fighting for good.
I like the picture you painted. I'm just not sure of the timeline, Time Lord, because like these matchups for like Dragon versus Akainu, right? Garp versus Aokiji, Luffy versus Kizaru. The only problem, in my opinion, with like slating that out just yet, I love the dichotomy though, is that like here I'll ask Side, does your perspective change with this chapter in the light of Luffy versus Kizaru in this way, or you still feel like it's gonna get what's the word, diffused, or do you think we're gonna get a full fight?
I don't think we're getting a full fight.
Yeah,
I think it'll be diffused still. I feel like we're definitely gonna fight Kizaru, but I don't know if it's gonna. I don't think if I had to put money down, because right now I'm just like I'm on the fence. But if I had to put money down, I would say that we fight him 90% of the way, and then we leave.
Okay. Yeah,
That's kind of how I feel about it.
That's where I'm a little stuck, right? Because I was going back to the Rayleigh Kizaru situation, and that one, it was so easy to write in how it would get diffused, because all Oda needed to do was to create a situation where the Straw Hats were gone. Obviously, he chose, in my opinion, the best option to create the storyline that we got, right? But
yeah,
in this scenario, there's no Rayleigh, there's no third party, there's no like hey, I'm just fighting you on behalf of people. No. Like this is Luffy and this is Kizaru, and I can't like we thought, both you and I thought that this was Kizaru coming up. The light, literally the same. It looks like resin, little droopy lights, little weird kind of light beams that Oda's drawing, but whatever. Like that this was Kizaru. But we weren't necessarily sure, because it was kind of weird when Luffy was shown seeing it. It was like the other people were with him, versus this is like Luffy was just like posted up waiting. He was just like, I'm ready. And he had he was watching the legendary Iron Giant run away. He was waiting for Kizaru. The moment Kizaru got into like a cinematic spot, Luffy is just like, hey, long time, like the most dramatic, like if there was like a director whispering into like Luffy's ear and he's like, and action, and then Luffy's like, all right, and then he went into the lines. Hey,
that's how it be, like, you know.
Hey, a long time no see. Like, I'm surprised Luffy didn't just jump at him, you know what I mean? But that, you know, that's Luffy's way. He's gotta be, he's a kind guy. He has to give greetings, he has to say hi, he has to take him out to dinner first, you know. Yeah, it's like a Western a little bit. Yeah.
I'm trying to think, did Kizaru greet them when they first met?
Let's see.
Back in Sabaody, did Kizaru show up and he was like, "Hey guys," or did he come out swinging? I think he came out swinging. I don't remember.
Let's see it. I have the chapter.
It's been so long. The town isn't big enough for the two of us. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, as far as like the shocking event, I am a fan of the theory that Luffy goes down. I think if I had to, like, you know, fan request an event, I would love it if the Straw Hats caught an L here. They need to be humbled, man. They win at every island. You know, they got that anime plot armor. I wouldn't be upset personally if they just caught an L. I feel like it'd be a really nice change of pace. They come here, they have good intentions, and then they lose. I think they'll be solid.
I think, like, people forget, like, losing isn't bad. Like, it's good for the story. Obviously, like, if you are a straw, if you know, let me take off the hat real quick. Like, if you're not a Straw Hat, right, then it's like, we're gonna get some good stuff, some good developments, right? But then you put the hat on and you're like, ain't no way my boy's losing, right? Like, it's all about that. It's all about that perspective. But really, Kizaru did blitz, like, he didn't even go after Luffy. He just shot Zoro. Like, they don't even show it. Like, there's an explosion and then Zoro falls out of it, and then just in the explosion is Kizaru, and everyone's just like, is Zoro dead? And then you just see Kizaru menacingly stand over the dead body, and so that's kind of,
it's a beautiful greeting.
Yeah, wait, like, Kizaru's do you think, wait, real quick, yo, oh man, I hate when I do this. I always give fuel to the most unhinged power scalers in the community. I always do. I do it for the Sanji stuff, I do it for the Zoro stuff. This could be skewed as Kizaru used observation hockey to sense who's the strongest Straw Hat, and he went after Zoro first.
It could just be like, I don't know. They all ran 3 different directions. Zoro went like the direction nobody really was, right? Because the other one was Sentomaru, and then the other one was Pacifista.
Just imagine, like, I guarantee you, I'm gonna hear this said later on in the week, in the break week. Someone's gonna bring up, like, you know, when you
lunatic,
yeah, when you think about it, because Zoro, because I was posting So I have a short coming out.
The guy probably has a glass eye too. He has a monocle like going on, like half a top hat.
There's a guy RARR. I need you to clarify what you're agreeing with, because I'm not agreeing with what I'm saying right now. I'm saying this is unhinged. Are you agreeing with the unhinged perspective, or are you agreeing with the perspective? Because there's a difference there. There's a whole hinge.
VKK fans are shaking the prison ball. I love that. I love that imagery.
I posted a Zoro short. And so now I didn't even think I'd need to post multiples of this, but because I posted one, it's about Zoro's eye. So basically it was saying, like, Oda said, we know this is like, Oda said that Zoro was going to have a one eye, was going to be a one-eyed samurai before One Piece even started. He had that planned out from the very beginning. He's said that in interviews, planned that, told people all that stuff, right? And I threw out a poll because some people thought that, like, oh, maybe Zoro still has his eye. No, he probably still has the he doesn't have the eye, right? And we don't know why. But then anime viewers out the wazoo came out. I'm telling you, I couldn't even screenshot all of the things. They were all like, oh wait, no, Zoro lost his eye because he tested Mihawk's butter knife just like he did with the Sandai Katetsu, and he wasn't worthy and it stabbed his eye. So many people said this is canon, and they're like, I saw the manga panels 100%, and then I started getting the notion of, like, wait, how are their anime viewers telling me what's canon right now? So I looked it up. It's a fan-made panel. It's a really good one. I didn't know it existed. I don't think anybody in the manga community has ever brought it up in the 2 years I've been on I could send it if you can't find it, but you'll see it. It shows up. And it's the funniest thing, because as a manga reader, you can see, like, you can tell the way Zoro's drawn. It's like, that's a little off. That's not how Oda draws Zoro. And Mihawk is a little off too. And so now I have a short being like, the odd, like, I'm literally, my whole thing is like the audacity of anime viewers to be so confident about certain things that like how are you going to watch the anime and then tell people what's canon from the manga? That's just wild to me, that's like a perspective, right? I don't know. When I was an anime only, I always just deferred, like, oh, manga stuff, like, you know more than me. But man, let me tell you,
I'm looking at that page right now, and I
can instantly tell it's fake.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
There's not like a good way to defend anybody who thinks it's real.
And
it's
that's,
like, maybe they're just gullible, like, hey, scammers, go get them.
I'll bring it up.
You know what I mean? Like sick the dogs on them, right? Like, hit them with that AI voice changer. You might be able to scam out a couple dollars out of those boys.
I'll bring it up for everybody. So that's how I knew. I looked it up, and the moment I looked at it, I was like, oh, these are anime viewers then, because there's no self-respect. There's no manga reader who thinks that this is real. Damn, where is it? I had it loaded up before.
That's rough. That is a rough existence, man. And the worst part is that wasn't even in the anime, so it's like,
yeah, I was like, oh my god, if people know my
they created like a fake memory.
I've been a little disrespectful. I've been respectfully disrespectful. Some of the anime viewers have understood why I've been framing things a certain way, but some of these anime viewers just need to understand. It's like, bro, you can't act like you know everything if you're not. Like, you don't even have the chapter titles. Oda doesn't name the goddamn episodes. Yeah, so crazy. Someone told me that the anime translations are more accurate than the manga translations. And I'm like, what verse? You think Crunchyroll is out here putting in that ass for what? No,
I don't think anyone has good translations unless you're like native Japanese.
Exactly, and that was the whole point of that thing.
Not even the Viz, bro. That
is the point of that short, where I'm basically like, here are 3 translations. They're all awful because none of us are Japanese. So at the end of the day, if you don't know Japanese, we gotta take a back seat. And then people are like, but the anime translated. I'm like, shut the I literally was about, oh my god, I'm about to, whoo. When someone said that to me, it wasn't one person too, it was a bunch of people. But this is the panel, guys. Let me see if I could So it goes, "Are you mad? What do you want with my knife? Don't you remember you defeated me with this knife in East Blue? I just want to know if I'm worthy of it on this date." This doesn't even sound like Zoro. What the hell are you doing? And he tosses it, and he has this goofy ass smile. Zoro's out here like just like that. He doesn't even have the arm out, which is like, huh? Why would he throw it above his face? Like that's not even what Zoro did. That's an awful parallel. Zoro and then Mihawk like this? No. Absolutely not. Perona and then what the hollow. This is the biggest sell. Why is the hollow making this face?
I like the hollow. I think the hollow and Perona are convincing. Mihawk and Zoro aren't.
This is convincing, but I feel like more than one. Give me more than one. I would be convinced if it was because Oda likes having like the group reaction, so it's like three of them. Like that, you know what I mean? With the eyes popping out, right? And then on this day in Kuragaina Island, Gloom Island, wah, you hear Zoro going wah. When has Zoro ever gone wah, by the way? When has Zoro ever gone wah?
Hey,
like
no. Well, it's because you're reading the Viz translation. Have you thought about hopping over to the TCB one, man? Come on. They translated that one differently, don't you know?
I need to know who translated this. This is the most fan. Pirate Hunter Zoro lost something precious. Zoro was about to cut off his own goddamn legs. He doesn't give a shit about this eyeball. What do you mean precious? Like Zoro is like that's why I said like
that would also be the lamest way to lose your eye.
Some people said this as like headcanon, right? Of like, you know, whatever. Like, oh, this is probably how it happened. Like it sounded as if they didn't see this. And so but for me, when I saw this, the moment I saw this, I'm like, oh, all of these commenters are fucking anime only monsters. Like this is incredible because again, I guarantee you, there's not often times I would say it's I'm pretty sure 10 out of 10 manga readers. You get a group of 100, all 100 of them will tell you this is not real. Absolutely not. They don't even need to be hardcore. They just tell you no shot Zoro says this.
I just wonder how they find this random obscure image on the internet.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't even like huge anywhere. And I'm telling you, if you go to the most recent Zoro video short, it's like half the comments. It's half of them. I was like, what? And then people are responding to them like, yeah, I saw that too. I'm like, stop it. Someone needs to put an end to this. And that's where I'm coming in, guys. See, this is why this needs to happen. Can you imagine? It's 2023. This is a headcanon that's from what, 15 years ago? When was the time skip? Like, how is this allowed to live for this long and for people to believe this in 2023 of all goddamn time, right? You know what I mean? This doesn't even make sense. Yeah, what's with the Mario Wa? Like, who wrote this? All right, so let me I just want
probably Manga Panda.
You know, we're getting talented. There's so many with the animations, fan made, all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, people are talented. I'm just saying, you know, like I don't even like, is this even a Zoro fan? Like, I don't even know who went to the lengths of making. Were they slandering Zoro, or are they like, oh, this is a good one, I cooked something good? Like,
I think they probably made it for fun. Yeah. And then people just kind of took it and ran with it. That's usually how it goes, right? Like, I don't know if that's like the original post of it, though.
Yeah, it's probably not. But yeah, as far as this chapter goes, right? Hold on, I have a question.
What's up?
Before we get into the nitty gritty, because this gave me a little bit of whiplash. I don't know how you said it on your live stream, but like, Lucci did what to Stussy?
He fingered her, man.
Okay, so are we supposed to think, he said it, not me, are we supposed to think this is supposed to do, like, we saw Sentomaru have like a whole hand through him in like awakened Zoan form, and like I'm supposed to believe that, like, and it doesn't even look like Lucci hit her heart or something like that, you know?
No, he like hit her gut.
Yeah, like, and you, so let me run this. I didn't see your stream. I propose that you and I both adopt a eye tracker for our next stream, and then, you know, it'll be fun because I don't think I'm wrong in this. Where did your eyes go when this panel came up?
Brother, that is the least attractive ass I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why anybody would. I had somebody comment that they're like, "Yo, like Oda's framing that panel." I'm like, man, it's not even that good, man.
That's what I'm saying. I just need to be like, the only reason why I looked there was because that's where the action is. The hand, the gut. We need to know which organ, you know what I mean, is being needs
Like,
surgery.
I think Oda said that he was like studying the art of like drawing butt cheeks in this volume, but let me tell you, it's not really showing.
Someone said, isn't that how Guernica took out X-Drake? No, Guernica stabbed X-Drake in the goddamn throat. Like, she got.
But this is how they took down Izo. Izo got Shigan twice, and he was done.
True, but Guernica is you know, like there's a difference between Lucci, who's not wearing his mask, and a masked CP0 agent who wears it forever. Now Oda doubled down on this, right? There's levels to this, Sai. You have to acknowledge it. It's canon.
Guernica didn't even have a name for a solid minute. I don't know. I'm still putting Rob Lucci over. I'm still putting Rob Lucci over Guernica any day.
I mean,
but do you think Stussy's dead?
It would make no sense if Stussy died. She's a literal genetically created superhuman CP0. Like, you're telling, this isn't just a knock on like I don't even know. Like, that's a knock on CP0. This is a knock on like Kaido. Like, what? Like, I don't even know. This would go beyond this panel if Stussy's actually dead from this. Vegapunk made the weakest human ever.
Or she got destroyed by one of the strongest attacks in the verse. Have you ever thought about that?
No, because this is not. Sentomaru got hit with something stronger.
I don't know, man. I could say Rob Lucci was holding back then, you know?
Oh, yeah. Awakened Zoan revealed Lucci is holding back with handgun. Like,
hey, wait till next chapter. Lucci pulls out Awakening Part 2.
Oh, is it like Super Saiyan, like his hair gets longer, or does it change colors? Like, what happens? He turns into a cheetah, like the cover of the Shonen.
He gets a crown.
What in the goddamn fan fiction is that? He gets
it'll be like Bleach. He gets like a crown. He gets like some wings and stuff.
He gets a
yeah.
What is that called in the what level is that? I forgot the names of Bleach's. Is it the Hollow Mask? Is that what it is? Like when people.
Well, it's not like a level.
Not level, but like the different form things, right?
Yeah. Each race has like their own secondary form.
So that would
like
be
the Stern Ritters have their like. I don't even know how to pronounce it. And then you're thinking about the Espada one.
Gotcha. Need to brush up on that.
Yeah, Bleach is amazing.
Yeah.
Holification is for Ichigo and the dropouts.
Spoilers. I'm joking.
But the Arrancar have a different one.
The first.
Resurrection. Yeah. Thank you. I couldn't think of it for the life of me.
Okay, so I'm glad we got that out of the way. This is like, you know, arguably, like, this is so impactful, but then I'm like, for me, the biggest thing was like Oda drew Stussy so beautifully. I paused. I was like, damn. And now I need to like register. Anytime Oda does this, where he puts up like this page, because I literally stopped here and then I scrolled and I saw her like die. And I'm like, wait, what? And then what threw me through the biggest loop was her butt is sweating. Is that normal? Like, is that like, why did Oda draw sweat drops on her butt?
Well, she had to move at like the speed of light to counteract Lucci, to be fair.
Gotcha. All right. Speed.
I didn't even notice that, to be honest. I was like, sweat? Where?
Yeah, so that's why I emphasize that I only looked there because, like, so the vision was there because the hand was there. I need to know what organ.
Yeah, you saw the sweat, then you start sweating a little bit too. It's like, oh, God.
Like, anatomic, like, so based off the sweat, you can maybe tell what organ was pierced. Maybe, you know, the rest of her body going to shock. This is a significant organ damage, you know? Maybe, you know, we don't know. Maybe he hit the liver. Maybe he hit the kidneys now, or so now she can't process fluids properly, and now it's being secreted through her skin. It's not exactly how it works, but you know, fiction. What do you think about this? This was something I didn't mention in my reaction. Is it significant that Hattori was telegraphing the attack?
No.
I was just like, I kind of looked at that. I was like, is Hattori like memeing here? Like, why did he go cuckoo? Like, why did he like brought attention when all Lucci needed was not the attention? Like, cause it might be like, I don't know. It's just, you see Stussy, you see Hattori, he goes cuckoo, and then Stussy reacts. What if he didn't bring attention? What if Hattori, stayed quiet? Would
like
we
flew silently like.
Yeah, like a spy, like a cipher pull.
I mean, to be fair, you see the sound effects of his wings. So even if he didn't cuckoo, you're still gonna like hear his wings fluttering.
Yeah, I just Hattori is one of those animals that like how often does Oda give a necktie, a hat, an entire panel to an animal like that? I'm just saying it I don't blame people for looking at this and thinking Hattori is an industry plant or something. Like, this is just straight up emu. I don't even know. Like,
Hattori's cool as hell, man.
Yeah, Hattori is definitely dope.
He's got the swag like Lucci.
I'm bummed we don't got talking Hattori anymore. Wait, he's talking right here. You don't understand cuckoo? Wait, man.
Drink a potion of animal speaking. You got this.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen. This is so, like, they didn't translate this for a reason. It's where everybody understands what he's saying clearly. Chat, what is Hattori saying? Write it in the chat. Everybody knows. It's such an easy answer.
Also, the talking Hattori, like, we still don't know if it's actually Hattori doing it or if it's actually Lucci with like ventriloquism. Like, they never like confirmed it, so we kind of assume it's just Lucci doing it like like on the side. But it's like, man, if Hattori just starts speaking one day, I guess we shouldn't be like the most surprised. But I still would be surprised. I don't know.
The anime really like made that feel real, right? I feel like when the anime, I was like, huh? Like, cause didn't they like have like a whole different voice? Or we didn't have like, Lucci didn't talk then, right? He was silent.
Yeah, he didn't talk. He was silent.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it kind of makes sense because it's like if he's doing the Hattori voice, then it's like he don't have to talk.
Yeah, wait a second, because Lucci's never done ventriloquism afterwards. Like if he ever did it later on,
secret skill.
Yeah, but he's never. It's like we had a whole cover story where it's like that was like the slice of life, right? We could have easily had Lucci doing ventriloquism at some point, chilling, because like if you guys don't know, in the cover story I recently covered it, the cipher pole took on odd jobs. So like Jabra was like a wolf that jumped through a ring of fire. Kaku was a giant kid slide, so kids were just like all that stuff. Kumadori was like a street show mime type of thing. So they all had the thing. That's literally perfect for Lucci to and they did it. So this is the wholesome part. This is why I'm partially I'm happy that Oda did bring back Cypher Pole or CP9 as Cypher Pole 0, because in that cover story it really felt like they had like a Straw Hat vibe, because the reason they took on those odd jobs was because they wanted to pay for Lucci's medical bills. They put Lucci in the hospital. They couldn't put Lucci in the hospital yet. So they took care of him and said, yo, we don't have enough money to pay the doctors. So instead of being cold-hearted, blood-killing, thirsty assassins that can flex world government status, let's get odd jobs and become street performers to get money so that we could put Lucci to the pay for his medical bills. And then afterwards, they were just like chilling with the town, and everybody loved them. And Lucci could have been doing ventriloquism then, but he didn't do it. So maybe that wasn't ventriloquism. Maybe it was just Hattori. And that's something Oda would like. I feel like that's something someone would ask in the SBS too. Like, hey, Oda Sensei, did Lucci?
Wasn't Lucci like knocked out while everybody had the odd jobs though? He was like unconscious still.
He did, but then he recovered, and then there was a time period in between him recovering and the Candy Pirates from showing up, where they went like bowling and they went like did all this random stuff. Now I don't know exactly if we saw Lucci in those things, but it is kind of like they created like a relationship, and that relationship was broken once Lucci killed the candy pirates in front of all the citizens, and apparently the wiki says that we're supposed to interpret it as Lucci stomped through the guy's face in front of all the citizens. I'm like, yeah, that kind of sounds like a Lucci thing to do.
That's what I like.
Yeah. So, you know,
but everybody loved him. Everybody loved Lucci and the boys.
Yeah, they did. And then, you know, I get drawing the line at cold-blooded murder. That's reasonable for most normal people. But to be fair, the candy pirates were kind of doing some crazy things. So,
I mean, all pirates are. I mean, get rid of them, right?
Oh yeah, all pirates are. What about the social club pirates?
Get rid of them too. Get rid of the social club. If you want to have a social club, just stay on your island. You know, charter a boat. Don't become a pirate. They're bad dudes. If I see a group of old men just walking around on a pirate ship, I would think they're like serial molesters. You know what I mean?
My God. Woo. There's some accusations right there. Kemery says you should check out Dawn and Dusk on YouTube. I've seen and heard of them. I think we've shouted out, you and I both have shouted out with the Nerona thing. I think that was the most significant one. Legit criticisms and insight about the translations. About these translations, do they have they already put out criticisms about these translations or like other stuff? Because I've seen the other stuff. People have brought it up in the Discord. I've responded a little bit here and there. Some of the stuff that I think Sai and I have talked about, there's a lot of vague stuff, especially recently with translations, like mother flame, mother frame, right? Like at the end of the day, like again, if anybody asked Oda, is it mother frame or mother flame? And just hypothetically, let's say Oda meant both. What is he supposed to respond? He's just gonna be like, yes. Right? Is he gonna be like, oh yeah, I meant that one, but he meant both? So if someone asked him, which one do I do? Then he's gonna be like, you know what I mean? So like when it comes to these vague things, he's just gonna err on like, hey, you just go with whatever, you know what I mean? Because in the Japanese, the vague stuff is there. That's why he's using the katakana for these things. He can make it very clear and just use like very literal kanji for like a lot of these words. No, he's using katakana for that reason. Let's see. It would be wild if Blackbeard shows up towards the end of the fight to come get the last devil fruit needed from Kizaru. A
light Logia?
Light darkness. That's two hacks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because then you're just getting, that's like Exodia. You know what I mean?
I feel like it'd just be too opposite, right? It's like, oh, my favorite color is blue. My favorite color is red. It's like, dang, you gotta pick one or the other. You know, you can't have both.
Yeah. And then
you
tops of
both
powers. It's like, it's not like it's I get it. It could be cool, right? But it's not like great. It's like, yes, Blackbeard's gonna be the endgame antagonist. The mystery is like how, right? If you give him the the darkness fruit, you give him the power to destroy the world, and you give him the light fruit, it's like, no fucking shit, he's the endgame. You know what I mean? It's like, I wonder how this guy is so scary. It's like, well, he has 3 devil fruits, and all the devil fruits are literally like world ending. Man,
I want Blackbeard to have every devil fruit.
No, yeah, that's the theory, right? Like,
yeah, give him every devil fruit.
That's where I'm like, as far as like the Kizaru thing, if he shows up just for Kizaru's thing, it's like, yeah, you know. But the thing is, my restriction on Blackbeard having every fruit is, I think there's a loading factor to how he gets the fruit, and so that's where I put my stipulation in the Blackbeard theory, which, you know, still doing, you know, a lot of people are liking it. Thank you guys for all the support. Let's see.
Blackbeard for munch fruit. Yeah, see, that would fit him more, right? Like when I think of somebody Blackbeard's size, I don't exactly see that man traveling at the speed of light. I mean, he could. It would just look kind of funny, right?
Blackbeard's pretty fast actually, but
hey, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, he moves, but yeah, I mean, he gets associated with the hippo. So does Wapol. There seems like to be like some kind of connection. Like, you know, it'd be crazy if we find out like Blackbeard is from Drum Kingdom. Like he just isekai to the other island, but he was just saying what's up to his old brother Wapol. That's why Wapol ran away. He's like, no, the legitimate king to Drum Island, and he ran away. I don't know. I was just goofing, but Blackbeard, he gets associated with hippos. So does Wapol. The powers, Munch is kind of Munch is one of those powers. I treat the Munch power on the tier of Luffy's power. I've always have, like, when people asked me last year about like mythical Zoe and stuff, Wapol's name was in there. Like, Wapol is such a like interesting character, interesting power. And then in terms of the goofiness, it's like it's right up there. It's like if there wasn't there's not many powers that can reach like the meme ability as like Luffy, but then also it's like that almost seems like the power that Luffy would want. It's like if Luffy and Frankie were to combine, you kind of would get Wapol a little bit, just a little bit.
I could see that.
Yeah, because
I like Wapol's power a lot.
He fused his minions into one being. Exactly. What did Frankie do? Right? What was it? Was it Battle Tactics 9 or some shit? Like, that's literally like the dream. Wapol just did that by eating his friends. Like, Luffy 100% would eat Zoro and Sanji, and be like imagine Zoro like was having difficulty or something, and then like Luffy's like, I got an idea, and Zoro's just like, sure, what's the idea? And Luffy doesn't say anything. He just eats them. And then Zoro's just like angry outside of him. He's like, fuck. And then they're just broken then. And then Zoro and Sanji are just arguing the whole time, but it like works. Like, that sounds like that sounds like One Piece. I don't know.
Hey, to be fair, Oda already drew what it would look like if they all combined.
True.
So it's out there.
What did he call it?
It's floating in the ether. It's called Gagon.
Yo. Crazy.
You know how Oda is.
Yeah.
Once it's the gag on that drawing, it's crazy.
Yeah. Lots of gagging in One Piece, that's for sure.
I wonder how it came up with that name, Gagon.
Yeah.
That's not like a name you just kind of wake up and pick, right?
I've been trying to get the
Maybe
Raws.
that's his kid's name.
I have the Raws for the SPSs. It just takes a lot of time to like for each one to go to the Raws and then retranslate some of the things. Because I feel like some of the older ones, both sources, normal sources are kind of weird, but it is what it is. Let's see. Like, okay, there was one, both translations was weird, but then I saw like the real one. Is a little bit different. I don't even remember which one it is, but we got Jam with the $5 super chat. Says the man with an eye patch seen in the Shonen Jump cover appeared earlier in volume 53. I don't even want to tinfoil hat it. I just want to know who Blood is. Wait, you mean like the Shonen Jump?
The Shonen Jump eye patch, like the icon.
Yeah, you're
like their little logo.
You're saying Oda put it in the in his volume, because that's interesting. I didn't know that. Let me see. 53.
I like to imagine it's like a work appreciation day, boss appreciation day.
Yeah.
Oda was just showing his support. He's like, "Oh, thank you, Shonen Jump, for having me. Please,
you know,
don't fire me."
Fun fact. You know how there's chapter notes and volume, or not? Well, there's chapter notes and then volume notes and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
There's also Shonen Jump notes, and Oda occasionally writes in that. And his first Shonen Jump note was something. It was either his first or second. I think it was his first. He was like, I just want, like, I'm so happy to finally be here, right? Because he's young, it's like 20 or whatever. He gets in the Jump, they let him write in the thing. And his first thing is like, I just wanted to write a fun, goofy pirate thing. I forget what it was. It was kind of like it wasn't like passive aggressive. I don't even, like, you can't get the tone of it, obviously. But he was kind of like, it was kind of like, I'm different. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it was. And then he was just like, I wonder why the Shonen Jump logo is a pirate with an eye patch. That's really random. And then he just like left it there. And I was like, wait, like, now I want to know. Like, wait, like, you don't know? Or does he know? Did they tell him when he was like 20? And like,
I'm sure he knows.
Like,
I'm sure he like
know?
ask around the office.
Do we not know why Shonen Jump's logo is that?
I mean, how long have we had that logo?
I don't know. Chat, help us out. Help us out with that one. So you said chapter 50, volume 53. Whoa. Okay, that's different. Oh my god, is that Pell? No, it's not. Wait, where's the? Oh, is it in the volume or is it in?
He probably meant like in the volume. If I had to guess.
Yeah, let me know where. Jam, let me know where. I'll pull it
It's
up.
like a solid 200 pages to look through.
Yeah, that's why I was like, huh. All paramecias are hetozoans. I have played with that idea, Tosmorn. Last year at least when we were closer to the thing. I mean, that was like, I think in my Robin video, which I like revisited this week. Like honestly, the idea is there. The only difference is, back then I thought that, and it's a possibility. The only separation I really have at the moment is the nuance of green blood and what Vegapunk described, right? Zoans very clearly can be replicated through this process, through a devil fruit, super easy. But then for paramecias, apparently it's easier. I have to go back, but I don't know if he said it's easier or it's more efficient. Like he doesn't, I don't know if he necessarily says like he can't turn paramecias into a devil fruit, but I think he's just like green blood. And I'm like, huh, there's the difference there. If he can't do that to Zoans, then that kind of eliminates the whole paramecias and Zoans being one and the same, which is like technically you could that is like a very easy logic line to follow when you really think about it. But let me see. Randy TV. Rand is that like Randy Troy's like burner account? Like what is hello? That's so crazy because I just made my VODs channel ParVision TV. So I was like, is that Randy Vision? Randy TV? I was gonna rename it actually to Par TV Vision. Par T Vision. So like I got the party and got the vision and it says TV in the center. So I'm gonna rename it again. I didn't think about it. Now I am.
You're going through with the idea now.
Yeah, no, like I
lock yourself into it.
It was literally the moment I changed it. I was like, shit, this is way better. And I was like, whatever, it's fine. But Randy, thank you for the $2. He says Zoro no sword style versus Sanji. Whose side are you on?
Sanji.
Yeah.
Zoro has no swords, like no Enma, no Watawichi Monji, no Kitetsu. Yeah, nah. Sanji's winning. Zoro will definitely need swords to beat Sanji, especially with how he is now.
I mean,
like we haven't really seen Sanji take like serious damage after his skin changed, his bone changed.
When you could power scale it a little bit. I was gonna say because like technically you could say, even in a gag, Zoro pulls out the swords. Like even in that's how respecting he is of Sanji's strength. That he's like, yo, not one sword, not two swords. Sometimes pretty sure at the end of Wano he brought out all 3 swords.
Yeah,
and there was conquerors there.
Let me see. I'll look it up now. I think I remember what chapter it is too.
Yeah. So Zoro puts that respect on Sanji, even though he called him 4th, which is hilarious. But let me see. Nick Ken or New York Ken. Niken? Let me know. Niken. Is he from you?
I mean, yeah, I've seen him. He's
okay.
Around. He's around.
Niken McGill, $2 super chat. Thank you. Says Par Sai, do you think Zoro beats Lucci in a 1-on-1? That is a great super chat because that is exactly what I was going to scroll to next.
Yeah, Zoro has 3 swords while fighting Sanji post Wano. Even as a gag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it looks like Sanji's leg is on fire too, so they're respecting that fight.
Yeah. It's like one of those things. It's like UFC, MMA people, they spar all the time. But the best, like even in their sparring sessions, you can't just step in between them because it's like, yo, there, you know what I mean? The respect is there, you can't just each one of their blows can knock out a normal person. So
Usopp needs to be erased. I also agree. I doubled down on that one. It's my favorite theory so far.
Usopp, that line is loaded, what you just said. Usopp needs to be erased. Maybe he did. Maybe he was. Maybe maybe there's some focus on Usopp in the last saga that, hey, maybe a lot of people won't like, but I think narratively it's kind of cracked. It's kind of cracked. I told Sai a little bit about it, but I didn't tell him the second part, which was...
You don't have to tell me, Par. I'm sorry. I'm not an Usopp fan.
Yeah, I know. I remember my first when I came up with the thing, I was like, yo, I figured this shit out, but you're gonna hate it, so I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I was like, maybe when Elbaf rolls around, like I'll take like a 2-year hiatus.
The thing is you would like it in the sense of there is a very standout part of One Piece that I never really registered, where Usopp was extremely brave, like braver than any other Straw Hat, actually. Like, and I was like, why didn't this when I watched this, when I reread this, why didn't this stand out to me? And it stood out to me because I was looking for something specific, and then like I was reading, I was like, wait, why did Usopp just... what happened? Like, is this Katarina Devon? Like, what is going on right now? And it's a very significant like moment, and I'm like, huh,
what moment is it?
I can't say because I'll tell you off thing, because some of the I don't want to spoil too much because then people might understand where I'm going at, because in the Discord I showed up once in a blue moon in the Discord, and I came up and I asked a question, and then my the people I tag, because if you choose your roles, like theory pings in my Discord, occasionally if I need like a fact check thing, or if I'm like pondering if this is like too crazy, I'll theory ping you guys, and that I did that for something recently, not recent, like 2 months ago, a month ago, something like that, and that actually connects to this, and I'm like, huh, that is wild. Yeah, Usopp, the main thing I'm worried about for Usopp is like Oda's known for character arc, like making it make sense, and giving someone a character arc that you like, and it's enjoyable and all that, but like Usopp's feels like the one that can be like Oda could just brute force, and I really don't want that. And the issue is, the alternative is he puts focus on Usopp, which just doesn't feel like the case. Like it'll be very hard to insert that at the moment unless he separates them, which I wouldn't even like. So it's like, in all senses of it, it's not that Usopp became a supplementary character, but even when you look at like how Yasopp and Usopp's like situation is, like I think I mentioned it when I watched film Red, when Yasopp and Usopp mind roped and like proved my theory right in the theater. I was sitting next to Jay, and I was like, what the fuck? Because like I was upset, and he knew my mind rope thing. He's like, oh shit, isn't the thing, or something like that. And I was like, yeah, but like, what is this garbage? Why did like you can't act like this like everything just smoothed over. That's super dumb. And like at the end of the day, I feel like, Yasopp showed up at the Wano and was like, I'm not ready to see Usopp, right? And I don't know what kind of plan Oda has for their character development, but it doesn't feel like they're gonna be as developed as, let's say, Zoro and Sanji, right? Like it feels way more plausible that we get another arc on Sanji than it does on Usopp. It feels way more plausible that it's the priority list would be Sanji and Nami are tied, then Zoro, then Usopp. But I think realistically, Usopp is going to be the one that Oda focuses on a lot when it comes to the very end part of the last saga. And that's the whole human thematic thing. It's just Oda has to do it really, really well, I feel. But it has to do with time. I don't know if Oda's going to have all the time, because look at Onigashima, look at Wano, like Brook, all the Straw Hats got put to the wayside. Like, I'm saying all the Straw Hats loosely, but at the end of the day, it's like, sometimes for the sake of time, Oda's got to dwindle it out. And hey, Oda,
all I got to say, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Oda did say he's too old to be a mangaka. He actually did say that. He said no one over the age of 40 should be writing a weekly manga, and man is 48 right now. Is he gonna extend his series for Usopp? Maybe not. Maybe not. Who knows? I don't know Oda like that. He's not in my basement. Yeah.
You know, Usopp is fine for the Straw Hat crew, but if I were to run a crew, man, I would not have Usopp in there. Honestly, Eni's like Water 7, I think I would put Usopp down. It would have been done. I'd have to like bury him.
I disagree. Eni's Lobby was where Usopp felt the best, in my opinion. Like Eni's Lobby specifically, because that's where Oda gave him a mask of confidence, and he was allowed to like act the way he wanted to. So Eni's Lobby, I would disagree with you. Outside of that,
I think I'm just a tyrant, though. Like my personality would clash too much with Usopp. I would just.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, it's like at the end of the day, gone. As far as like the narrative goes, I think Eni's Lobby is where Oda showed what he originally wants for Usopp's direction, possibly, as far as like what thematics and stuff like that go. But the reason I said what I said just like a few minutes ago was not because I don't like Usopp, was not because I don't think Usopp's important. It's mainly because like it's the same thing. It's like we had a very strong discussion in the community of whether we were even going to Elbaf. Like, isn't that wild, guys? Before what, chapter 1070, where the kid was going to Elbaf, people were like, oh, we're not going to Elbaf, there's no time. And then we got the panel saying kid was going there, and it's like, oh, this is Elbaf, this is what we're getting. Like, that's how pressed for time like we feel the story is. And I can't say that's not wrong. Like, it's kind of weird to think that like the build up from Little Garden to be fulfilled the way it was originally felt, like, oh my god, when we get to Elbaf, the brave warrior of the sea Usopp's gonna show. Like, I just feel like it's not gonna be met with the same level of like what is the word, romance, I guess, as like we originally wanted. But yeah, like it's mainly like, hey, we could get more like a Dressrosa situation where it's like he shows up like one time and it's dope, sort of. But then it falls flat where it's like, if this, like, for me, it's kind of like upward trajectory. Like, cool, Dressrosa was a checkpoint. Now I want to see that checkpoint be validated by future arcs, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. All he did was snipe Sugar there, right? Like, but it was like the most pivotal moment of that thing. Like, did Usopp have something similar in Wano? Not really. Like, the checkpoint didn't get validated. So, but yeah, so it is interesting. But let's so on the boat of Lucci, this is actually relevant to Lucci, honestly, because I think the last thing Usopp said he would skin Lucci alive, right?
Yeah, pre-time skip.
Yeah, Lucci said that. I mean, Usopp did
I actually thought Usopp would be a Lucci opponent when the arc first started, but after I saw that Lucci was awakened, I was like, never mind. I'm gonna take that comment back. I don't think that's gonna happen anymore.
It was two things. It was the awakening, and then it was also him getting statuified. But yeah, we had this discussion before. Like, we felt very like Usopp saying like, yo, I'm gonna skin you alive, like some shit like that to Lucci, that's hard, that's dope. But as far as like this fight goes, the super chat Naikin was asking, can Zoro beat Lucci? I think so, right?
Can Kizaru beat Lucci?
No, Zoro beat Lucci.
Zoro beat Lucci. I think it's a really even fight. I feel like Zoro could win, like, but high diff, like high extreme diff. I don't think it's gonna be like an easy matchup. But I do know like that a majority of fans think that Zoro would like low mid diff him at most. But we'll see, man. Lucci's he's pretty confident, you know. Yeah,
because for me, I like
Lucci's pretty confident.
For me, like, especially, I don't know if I would say this without the anime, but like, especially after seeing King, like, does Lucci beat King? Man, Lucci's nuts.
See, I mean, that's a hard one, because like
Like,
in the anime, they amped up King's final attacks and stuff too.
but the thing is, it's like it felt faithful. It felt faithful to the manga.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not
faithful.
The anime embellished anything. It's just that the what King did was just so absurd to capture on panel. Like, you couldn't capture what was going on like that, and we knew that. I don't think there's a single person that read, like I've said this time and time again, I don't know that there's a single person that read the Zoro King fight in the manga and said, yeah, I completely get what happened here. Like, that's just wild to me. At one point, Zoro flew. I don't know if you guys registered that. Zoro was falling off the island and he pulled out flying. He pulled out Geppo with his swords. He's like, he slapped the air with his goddamn swords. Like that was probably the easiest thing to understand. Outside of that, it's like, where are they right now? And the anime did an insane job. I think the most embellishing they did was all of a sudden Zoro became a parkour god in the anime. I did not know Zoro had the moves like that. My man made gravity look like his child. That was crazy. He beat that. I don't even know. But what I'm saying is, like, King is kind of crazy. Zoro beat King. I don't think Lucci beats King. Like, I just don't. It's just wild to think that that's like it should be even, but I just feel like King is ridiculous. Absolutely absurd.
I've seen the whole thing where people are like, can he beat King though? I feel like Lucci would be a really good match for King.
Yeah,
like I kind of put like Lucci, like I feel like the first commanders and even Lucci, like I feel like they're all like on that same spectrum, right? It's like the whole Katakuri versus King debate. You know, can Zoro beat Katakuri? Like, but who beats who? It's like rock, paper, scissors. And you could even argue that some people are better against other opponents, right?
Yeah,
like maybe like King has an advantage over this person or this fighting style, but you know.
King is someone that I feel like could be a Yonko. Yeah. That is no, because that's exactly what it should feel like, right? Because I'm not, again, hey, hear me out. Need you guys to listen loud and clear, okay? This isn't ZKK, but it's not weird to think that like Zoro kind of has Yonko energy. You know what I mean? Like, Zoro, imagine a world where Zoro is on his own. Doesn't he, like, the same thing as like Mihawk, right? Like, Zoro and Mihawk, they're both that kind of people. So like, if Zoro and King are supposed to be parallels, like mirrors. So in a timeline where King is like it's not necessarily inhibited by Kaido, but I think the appropriate thing is his growth is stunted by Kaido, I guess, because like the whole dream bait thing, and then he like signed on to a captain that didn't fulfill like the full scope of the dream, and then King was like, it's fine, I'm just in debt to you, I owe you my life. In that world where King is like being fulfilled, King is Yonko, you know what I mean? Like, King is that guy. 100. I mean, he's Lunarian too. The simple fact is, like, you look at how Lucci and Luffy have been dealing with the Seraphim, and he kind of just sounded like children Seraphim, yeah, with devil fruit powers. King, fully grown Lunarian god. He's also beautiful, you know what I mean? Like, there's also like power scaling into beauty there too. So like, it's there.
All right, we'll see you next chapter. I'm super excited, man. Like, I wish there wasn't a break next week just so I could see how this fight's going to go down. I want to see the tone of this fight. Because I feel like a lot of people are dead set that Zoro would like easily win.
No.
That I feel like even if they clash for a minute, or if Zoro gets like even just a little bit damaged, I feel like people are going to lose their minds. And I'm kind of like all for it. I want to see the chaos. You know, I'm like planting those seeds right now. I'm kind of hoping that something crazy happens.
Yeah, that's a significant point, right? Like, at this moment, it doesn't really, you don't get the feeling that this gets dragged out. Like, the Stussy thing, one and done. It's like, it feels like, again, like the Sentomaru thing. So like Sentomaru just got back up. The gravity of the situation was bigger there, right? The gravity of Lucci awakening and blitzing Sentomaru, right? That was it. But it wasn't like he died. But we were just supposed to capture that feeling. And then we have it here. Stussy, like nobody's even blinking, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they said Stussy, right? But then everyone else is kind of like, like Sanji's kind of like, you know what I mean? Did Sanji, where's Sanji? Did Sanji even react? Sanji didn't even say shit. He put out I'm confused why they didn't use the bubble guns in the first place. We talked about this last week, where we were saying that like it's so easy for Lucci to just blitz Vegapunk in this room. The flip of the script is right there. Oda just has to reach for it, and then we got it. This is exactly what we discussed, and our point was like, imagine not putting Lucci and Kaku in chains and cuffs. Like, why aren't they with the Seraphim and the Pacifistas, right?
Like, I think it would make a lot of sense if you didn't put Lucci and Kaku in cuffs. If you could easily stop something like what just happened this chapter, right? Like, imagine Lucci tries to go for the finger gun, and then Zoro just instantly blocks him and neg-diffs him. I feel like, okay, yeah, don't put him in cuffs. But the fact that he got that hit in on Stussy and nobody really saw it coming, it's like, dang. Maybe they should have put him in a bubble. Maybe they should have.
Yeah, that, you know, like Nami put Luffy in a cage off of Wano. Like, where are those cages right now? Like, why aren't we using them for actual purposes? You know what I mean? Like, she legitimately had those made on Wano, custom made sea stone cages for the express purpose of capturing awakened Zoan users. Apparently, I'm joking. I mean, like Luffy, but like, you should have put that to use, if not the bubbles. And that was interesting because like, if we're not supposed to take that part seriously, like that's a very clear, like, not plot device, but it's like let's just ignore that situation to set up this moment where Lucci can just stab Stussy, because let's just let that happen and then instigate a fight like this. Is it meant to be for it to draw out, right? And it's not even like Lucci is like banking on himself. He goes, you're all as good as dead now that Kizaru and I are working together. My man is like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, faith in that, man.
Thank God Kizaru's here, because now I can finally do something. Like, I think that needs to be contextualized too, right? Because like, Lucci could have done this whole time. It wasn't until Kizaru like flew up. Like, technically, yeah, like I guess with the observation hockey you could sense it, but panel wise, Kizaru shows up, Vegapunk says it. The moment he's surprised about it, that's when Lucci acts. He's like, oh, Kizaru's here, now I could do something. Then Zoro jumps Lucci outside, so now we get a situation where maybe the fights get intertangled, right? Like a little bit like Sabaody, where it was like not a mosh pit, but it was kind of like disjointed fights here and there. It could be that. Wait a second. Here's a solid question.
What's up?
Isn't the whole point, like, I get Vegapunk, like the Stella's supposed to be in the control room, but isn't the whole point of this ship and it running for Vegapunk to be on that ship and for them to escape? Like, Luffy was on there, but like, and they're preparing. Like, what did they say exactly? They said there's no point in us it'd be pointless to lift the barrier if the ship isn't in position. So like, it sounds like it's in tandem, right? Like, once the ship is there, they drop the thing and the ship goes. But if Vegapunk is here, then what's the point of all that? Like, wouldn't it make sense for Vegapunk to be on the ship and then to run to the thing, they drop the barrier, and then they just go out seamlessly? So I don't know. I just kind of like, that's a little interesting that Stella's here. Is that?
You know, he's trying to crack the code. They still have to crack the code. Like, if he's on the ship, then, you know, that's a piece of brain that's not working.
Is there a world where that's because the reason why I thought of that was because in this situation, like, Luffy has to protect the legendary Iron Giant, the Thousand Sunny's there. Yeah, like he's gonna protect the Thousand Sunny, but it's not like Who's on the ship right now
Frankie, Bonnie, Lilith.
Frankie, Bonnie, Lilith. That's such an interesting group. Cause like I'm almost thinking like Kizaru chases after the Iron Giant. Oh, is this a hologram? Yo, imagine if this was a hologram. Because like Kizaru somehow makes it a thing, and then Vegapunk's not even there, and he's here to take out Vegapunk. Wouldn't it be? This would be a solid decoy if this was just running, and then finally Kizaru makes it there, and then it's not even real, and then the real Vegapunk is with the actual thing. Huh. I mean, it doesn't make sense because Vegapunk's right there, but I just thought that was interesting because the whole point of it is, like he says, it'd be pointless to lift the barrier if the ship is in position, but it would also be pointless if the ship is in position and you're not on the ship for it to leave, because that's the whole, you're the only person they care about getting off the island. They don't care about the satellites at all. Why is Lilith even there? Who cares about her? Huh.
Right, just because she has like a bubble gunner knowledge about the island, you know?
True.
Like if she wasn't there, then everybody'd be like, that direction. Past that building over here, which I don't know what that is. So, you know, they kind of need a guide.
Juice World, I said that. Well, I'm so glad you pointed it out. That's why you're one of my. I miss your content, bro. But I said when I read that was the immediate thing. 498. I'm glad you clarified that to me, because I was like 498, 499, 497, which Shocky was explaining.
100 times stronger than you boys.
Yeah, I love that. I've been. I mean, that's a line I've reviewed so many times because of the whole Luffy. There were just sprouts, or they're new buds that didn't even sprout yet at that point. But then Shanks called them new saplings, and now let's see what the saplings got, because Luffy walking up with a smile to Kizaru is such a. He even has like the with Fujitora, Luffy just ran up on him, right? He didn't greet him like this.
Because he said, it's been 2 years, we can't run from admirals all the time.
Yeah, and then he ran up on Fujitora, and at that point, here's this: Luffy doesn't win that, right?
Fujitora, no, it was still too early.
Yeah,
that was way too early to fight Fujitora. You know, thank God for the Dressrosa citizens.
Yeah, like Fujitora is just like literally pain level. He's just like,
Fujitora could have beaten Doflamingo easily, but it's because he wanted to prove a point that he didn't lift a finger. And it's like, dude, Doflamingo, he got let off easy. He got a teacher's pass right here, man.
Yeah, I still want to make that video where like Fujitora intentionally threw, like he wanted Doflamingo to lose, because had Doflamingo not lost, Fujitora's agenda wouldn't have been pushed at the Reverie. But
and he wanted Doflamingo to lose to a pirate too.
Yeah, he needed all that to happen so that they couldn't cover it up like cleanly, and then he could bring it up at the Reverie, and then he'd be like, "Hey, two for two is kind of a bad look, guys."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of like what Doflamingo in Aokiji, where like Huzan just like froze him, and then Doflamingo tried to act like he was hot shit. He was just like, you know, hands in his pocket, walking away. But you know that man was sweating deep down. He was like, oh god.
Yeah, he's lucky.
I got lucky, man.
He was lucky. He was frozen on an ice island, because man, those sweat, like we saw sweat beads on Stussy's butt cheeks. Like I'm telling you, Doflamingo, he would have been sweating out of everything if that was like.
Would have low diffed it, like maybe mid diff, like, you know, low mid, but god. He got, like, Doflamingo's the luckiest guy when it comes to Admiral run-ins. Just very, very, very lucky. Like, not just that, but even, like, Marineford, they entrusted him with the mission to, like, take down Gecko Moria. Imagine if, like, it was flipped, right? Like, hey, take down Doflamingo. Like, he has good luck. Doflamingo has really good luck.
It's funny you brought that up because I think on Friday night there's a short, or maybe it's tomorrow, a short coming out where I'm basically talking about the whole Moria thing, where how the Gorosei put hits on, in my Shadows theory, they put hits on 2 devil fruit users, only 2. They didn't even do this for Law. Like, Law had a 5 billion berry bounty devil fruit. They're like, hey, join the warlord, that's cool, yay, your bounty is now 200 million. So you guys, it's a nerf. You eating it is a sizable nerf, right? So they didn't even have a hit on him. They had him in the palm of their hands. But Moria, no, they said that he's a weakling. And I was like, either it's a knock that they send Doflamingo, like a knock to Doflamingo, like, oh, he's so weak, let's just send Doflamingo. Or
no, let's send Doflamingo and like 10 pacifistas.
Yeah, because there's 2 ways you can go about it. Neither way is good for the characters involved, because the other version is like, it was so important that they send Doflamingo. Like, does it make sense to say like, oh, this guy's weak, let's send one of our strongest warlords, who is also a celestial dragon, and 10 pacifistas that are very expensive. Like then you're not saying the person is weak. Like that is pretty goddamn.
And he escaped.
Yeah, that's a compliment in my opinion. And then he escaped. So then they said the man was too weak, and Doflamingo let him go. And this is all just it's kind of funny, some of these standoffs in hindsight. Like the Doflamingo Kuzan is probably like one of the most iconic ones, because that was a setup for Dressrosa. So like, you felt like we knew how strong Kuzan was to a certain degree, and you're like, oh, Doflamingo, man, he's that guy. And then we go through the arc, he's strong, and then we get Kuzan, and it's like, oh no, Doflamingo was dead. Like if he there was no, like, if he acted the wrong way, he was gone. He would have just been erased from the series. Like,
he had to roll like a nat 20. He got, like I said, he's really lucky.
Yeah, and then not the same thing, but like Luffy Fujitora, like Luffy time skip should be plenty strong. But at the end of the day, I think it's reasonable, and I saw the chat too. It's like Fujitora I think had it. Like, he didn't want to. He wanted to throw. He liked Luffy.
Even Green Bull would have mopped the floor. Like, replace Fujitora with Green Bull. Yeah, he would have mopped the floor with all of them too. They just weren't ready for it yet.
Okay, wait, you're saying Aramaki on. I just want to contextualize it, because like a lot of people have a very visceral reaction to anything Aramaki, anything Luffy. You're saying Aramaki at Dressrosa, he's running down the Grand Fleet. Luffy runs up on him after the fight with Doflamingo. Luffy just pulls out Gear 4 for the first time in the series. That is the Luffy that gets mopped by Green Bull.
Luffy with no Snake Man, no nothing. Like, yeah, he's like first time using Bound Man. Yeah, Aramaki would run through all of them.
I think that's valid. I think that's fair. I low key wish
like
that happened.
He took down Weevil, right? Like, that was like an off-screen, like one-off panel thing. It was like, oh yeah, by the way, Green Bull took down Weevil. Oh yeah, here's Green Bull. He took down King, Queen, Babanuki, and the boys.
Yeah.
And yeah, injured, but he still did it, right? Like, he bypassed that Lunarian DNA, man. Like, Armaki's kind of a meme because, here, goodness gracious, Momonosuke, but he's still strong.
Yeah, like low key, the only
strong.
If Green Bull showed up to Dressrosa, I would have laughed if the Tontatas farmed his ass, because that was their thing. They were really good with plants and shit. Like, I
think they'd get along.
They would be like,
I think they would get along.
Like, it's our god, he's here finally.
Like, the Tontatas got along with Sengoku and Fujitora, right? Yeah.
Interesting.
Mine is like Leo, who's like the pirate. I feel like the Tontatas and Marines kind of get along.
Man,
they help each other out. Like, Man Shitty was passing out those healing balls. Yeah, they're chilling together.
So Sanji, what's also interesting about this thing? Zoro's not even facing off with Lucci here alone. Like, Sanji's here, but then Zoro takes Lucci out. So what is Sanji's role? What do you think Sanji's role is here? He has the gun. Otis, he already defused Kaku. It's not like Kaku gets out of this. So then what happens here? Like, Zoro takes him out. Is it Sanji and Zoro versus Lucci?
Nah.
Yeah, so then,
I think they're just gonna chill in the room with Vegapunk.
yeah, because someone strong needs to stay back.
Yeah, Stussy's down at the moment. You know, Sanji, Jinbei, great bodyguards. Just leave them here. And I mean, obviously, like I feel like they all trust Zoro, right? Like if you were to ask a
Jinbei's
Straw
here.
Hat who would win, it's Zoro hands down. So I doubt they're like worried about Zoro 1v1ing Lucci. And also with Luffy and Kizaru, I bet they don't want to get in the middle of that fight, right? Like imagine Chopper runs up and he's like, Luffy, I'm here to help you against Kizaru, right? Like what would that look like?
You know, I'm gonna be transparent here. I didn't contextualize like the whole playing field just yet. Like I need to get the action figures and really like play this out, really act this out. Jinbei is here. Jinbei's like,
Yeah, he was
really,
eating some chicken wings last chapter, man.
like Jinbei's okay. Like right now,
Chicken lollipops.
it's Lucci and Kizaru. I mean, we already felt like the Straw Hats have the winning side because, you know, if it's just Kizaru and Lucci, and then you have the three like monster trio, Jinbei, and like that's a lot, right? But now I'm kind of like, and Kaku's not even on the board. The Seraphim aren't on the board. So like now we have Sanji and Jinbei as like loose actors here, and Jinbei also is kind of like it's not like he beats...
Jinbei's up there, bro.
Yeah, like it's not like Jinbei beats Kizaru, but he did like open palm grab a Kainu. Like
he threw Big Mom.
Yeah, like Jinbei's kind of ridiculous. Like he's
yeah, but like if the captain wants to like fight somebody, like who are you to get in the middle of it, right?
Yeah.
Like Roger and Whitebeard, you know, Odin's running in like, oh, I want to fight this guy, and then he gets like babied, and then boom, the captains show up. It's like one of those things. It's like it's very anime. You know, you got number 1, number 2 fighting over there. And as far as Sanji and Jinbei, like once that dome goes down, now that the Marines don't have to worry about the Sea Beasts and the Pacifistas, like they're gonna be swarming. Like Cincinnati might be over here, you know, fighting Jinbei next chapter, right? Like we got like Fishman Karate versus like the Zephyr arm. That'd be kind of nuts.
I'm gonna be real with you right now. I just imagine this whole thing, this fleet that's coming on. If Kizaru's gone and the Pacifistas, because we saw it in the thing, it seems like Doll really like she's put it in work, but it's against the Mark III's Pacifistas, right? But the Pacifistas are now switched sides, which that is kind of weird. Like, do you think Kizaru was just shouting? Because like, weren't we told that you couldn't broadcast the authority chip thing? So like all of these guys had to have heard him. He's in the center, all these Pacifistas on the edge. That means Kizaru's just shouting really loud, right?
Yeah, he gets a powerful voice, man.
I need to
people
hear
who speak slow speak loud. You know what they say?
Yeah, because that's something I register at the very end of the chapter. I was like, the manga does not capture this chapter at all because there's so much. I think this is the most dialogue we've gotten from Kizaru, period. And people don't register that like in the anime, this is the padding, this is the filler. They add literal 5 seconds between every word Kizaru says. It's so slow. You could probably microwave a whole like hot pocket in between like this dialogue bubble right here. And
that's the whole anime episode.
Yeah, the Kizaru alone. And look, the previous this is a paragraph. This is a JJK panel from what I heard. From Kizaru at least. The previous command, like I wouldn't be surprised if the Viz shortens this up just because, and like the anime is like, yo, we don't have the time for this. The previous command user is
Toei's gonna eat this up. Toei employees, bro, they're looking at this, they're like, yo, holidays, it's the holidays, guys.
They're looking for the longest translations again. Like whichever one picked the longest version, that's the one. He's like, the previous command user is unconscious and out of commission. That's how I read it, right? This is wait, no, Sai is really good. Sai, can you do your best impression of that bubble?
Just I can. You're gonna need like you're gonna need AI to do this one.
Okay, so he goes like, oh, but you have the you have the whole like, I don't even know what to call it, but you have that whole thing going on.
I got the Asian talk. I can whip out the Asian accent, right?
The old Asian
like
uncle.
Just whenever.
Yeah. Okay. So can you do that and then just?
No, I'm not. I'm not like I'm not vibing with it right now. Like I absorb
with the Asian accent or like doing it.
I absorb accents around me. So right now I haven't been around a lot of Asian people. So I don't have that flair right now, you know? I don't got that Ricky Bobby.
We'll elaborate on that. I need Sai in voice acting. Can you imagine watching like your favorite anime one day and thinking like, wait, is that Sai?
Hey, Funimation, if you're watching, I could drive down over to Texas and you know, do my thing for the One Piece anime. I know we're kind of hiring a lot of people for side characters. I would love to be like Hattori or something.
Cool.
Have me be like Baby Sentomaru. That'd be cool.
Baby Sentomaru is kind of cracked. That's
adorable.
My favorite character of this chapter, bar none. That shit was. And then he said, what did he said the most out of pocket shit too. He goes, all these villagers are wimps. I hate them. I don't want to go back. They don't even pay me. The broke ass, like he called them brokies. He called them weak. He said I'm starving too. Like he had no chill. And then I'm imagining what Sentomaru sounded like too. Crazy. I don't even think Kintaro is supposed to be that kind of a character. I think Kintaro is supposed to be like a nice-ish kind of person, right? Like Golden Boy.
It's Oda's take, you know.
Yeah.
It's like it's like Sanji being based on Steve Buscemi, and then it's like Sanji's not exactly the Steve Buscemi character, you know.
Yeah, it was just
those
the
things.
Looks, and then like it's like Oda watched the movie Reservoir Dogs was a movie or was it a TV show?
Reservoir Dogs was a movie.
It's like Oda watched the movie, but he didn't watch the movie. He's just like, I kind of get the gist of this character. No, that wasn't. He didn't quite get the essence of it.
He didn't realize Steve Buscemi, like, he transcends his acting role. He's not just that guy in Reservoir Dogs. He's like a entire person. That guy is kind of crazy. But not all admirals are equally. Oh, sorry. I was reading this one. They're talking about like the Fujitora Green Bull thing because I said Green Bull would mop the floor with Dressrosa. Yeah, not all admirals are built equally, but let me tell you, Green Bull isn't weak though.
Yeah,
Green Bull is not exactly weak, especially against Doflamingo, who's like he's strong at the time, but you know, if Luffy were to fight Doflamingo right now, it would be a stomp fest, not even a challenge.
Yo, listen, like Doflamingo is sweating at not just Kaido, but like the commanders.
Jack. Yeah, like we're supposed to understand that Jack and Cracker are like stronger than Doflamingo. Yeah, it's he's not really anything.
That panel haunts me to this day when Doflamingo was shivering over
the thought of Kaido sending his goons, like not even Kaido, the thought of like the goons going after Doflamingo, he was like, not the smile users.
No, legit, because like we were talking about the portrayal, right? Like the whole Kuzan thing was to set up Doflamingo to be, this is so scary. Without that, it's like, you know, we just run into another antagonist we don't really know much about. Like it's supposed to be this scary thing, and Doflamingo has this domineering effect the entire arc. Valid. And then he shivers about Jack, and then we see Jack, and it's like, this guy? and
then Jack's like, I'm gonna rescue Doflamingo. They can't do anything right. Like, and then he gets like demolished by Sengoku and Suru.
Like I get it.
I think Fujitora was there too, but yeah.
Jack is strong.
Hilarious.
In respect to the series, Jack is supposed to be like the Luffy. Like if Kaido were Shanks, Jack is his Luffy in a lot of ways.
It's like Kaido's little prodigy.
Yeah, because Jack is like really young, and he got like a 1 billion berry bounty, the first to be in the series, all that stuff. Yo,
Brago, it's Admiral and Cypher Pole season, my man. Rob Lucci's going crazy.
Brago,
we love to see it.
Did Brago tell me, guys? Did Brago even chat?
No, that was his first chat. He just dropped a fat 20, you know.
Brago's living his best life right now. He didn't even say nothing. He's going around to all the streams. He's like, let me just bop, you know what I mean? Let them know what's good. Thank you, Brago. It's Admiral season. That's where it's
another
like,
20 said, sorry, Admiral season.
Wabuchi
in lowercase. Yeah, Wabaguchi, man.
Yo, he's
about to break Zoro's sword. Enma, better say goodbye to that one.
I need to take care.
It's about to be confiscated. You're about to see Kaku like wielding Enma and Wado Ichimonji next chapter.
Imagine that. We see like a menacing panel. Kaku's just like a full double spread. Like his nose goes into the other panel, and then he has like all of that weapons.
Yeah, they're gonna start sensing. They're like, "Is that Odin?" And then it's just Kaku. It's just the giraffe in the background.
There's blood dripping down his nose because he just bopped everybody. Because that's what that's for. You just see you don't even see that. You just see square holes in everybody. You're just like,
and then he starts narratively diffing everybody. He's like, "Oh, this sword is easier to tame than I thought." Like in the span of 2 seconds, you know, because Zoro took like a whole ass week to train. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Hold on, real quick. I know Brago. Like this is a chapter. Brago would normally have like a 10-hour stream. Did Brago? When did Brago stream? Did he stream earlier or did he stream? Did he just end
earlier?
Because I want to know how because I would imagine that off of this, like it goes both ways, right? Because I feel like people probably are also using this to say like, oh, Kizaru's weak, right? Like Luffy, like, you know, is able to fight him, you know, admirals are whack. Like this is Luffy in base. He's not even using like the craziest takes, right? But for me, I'm kind of like, I feel like the portrayal of this is still like Kizaru's so strong. And obviously Luffy's so strong that we're not even going to get an extended fight out of it. Like there's no shot we do.
Lado Ichimonji. I like that.
Who said that? I don't even see that one.
So do you see a pattern in chapter names? Kizaru Sentomaru ... Bartholomew Kuma. I think that's a good one. Either that or Rob Lucci.
With W. Imagine Oda puts in W's.
Rob Lucci.
He just puts in. Oh wait, you know what's funny? Rob Lucci. You could say Lob Lucci, like, you know, R's and L's. Huh. Interesting.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Interesting. But yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I feel like I like my idea that this thing's a hologram. This legendary not the Iron Giant, the Vega Force 1. Oh, this isn't even Vega Force 1. It's Vega Force 12. Wait, didn't they say they would use Vega Force? Hold on. Did they say they were going to use Vega Force 1?
Yep. They said they're using Vega Force 1 to escape.
So, but they said 1, right? So then isn't it sus that this is Vega Force 12?
I don't know. No, I don't need to go back.
Well, yeah. Like I was saying,
I think the 12 was always there.
Brago, explain to me, Brago. Where is Sakazuki going to be for that to be the chapter title? He's going
to be beating Dragon.
Yeah, like did Time
Lord...
Also,
Vega Force 1 always has the 12 on it.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, really? I remember there was just
Chapter
a 1.
1061 is when it was first introduced, and it has the 12.
Okay.
Which I was about to say, like, I remember that because the shark had the 3.
Let me see. 10.
Which, fun fact, on the Sunny, the shark is also the 3.
Yeah. Yeah, which is why we slandered Frankie a lot more than we probably should have going into Egghead, saying like Frankie saw the blueprints to this shark and he made his version, and his version pales in comparison.
Yeah, Frankie's just like the Chinese knockoff, right? Like instead of Frankie, we call, you know, over here in the East, we call him Frang Ji.
Oh God, nah.
We call his ass Frang Ji.
Frang Ji Ping, no. Oh God, this stream's about to get taken out real quick. Where does he say Vega? He says Vega Force 1 and then 1061, you said?
1061, yeah. Or no, we see the Vega Force 1 in 1061.
At the very
But they
end.
say Vega Force 1 in 1090.
Gotcha.
But they always call it the Vega Force 1. I think they call it that in the next chapter where they're flying up as well and talking about the gravity.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Oh, the Vega Force 1 literally has Vega Force 1 on the chest alongside the 12.
Does it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I thought the number was cut off. Do we see another view of it?
I don't know what it looks like in this chapter, but
because in this one the Sunny is blocking it. I see Vague Force.
Oh yeah, Sunny's blocking that one.
Yeah. That's where I was starting. I was like, huh, it's interesting to block it off, and I saw the 12.
Even if this was a hologram, you'd think they would notice like two giant mechanical monsters running around the dome, right?
Okay, so the other part of it is like, why not? Hey, I love Kuma, I love pacifistas, but these guys, why don't we make more of these?
Expensive, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, the pacifistas are apparently expensive, right? But like these things are kind of like size gets disrespected in One Piece. You know what I mean? Like this thing is massive, but also like, is this more expensive than the pacifistas? They made it out seem like the pacifistas.
It's gotta be more expensive.
But they made it seem like cloning was more expensive than like this, right? This is just scrap metal. You know what I mean? Like they just put on like two, like this is the cardboard ass shoes. They didn't even give him Dom shoes. You know what I mean? Like they didn't even give him the Gucci's.
Well, if he can fly around, why do you need shoes?
I mean, hey, he's not flying right now. He's running. He's booking it, bro. He's pulling out I was gonna say something crazy. Brago said, going to the restroom. At least he's not at the desk anymore, washing his hands with lava. Wait, do we see him going to? Did Brago just make that up?
Yeah, that's the Admiral headcanon right there. I subscribe to that one.
See, that's the thing with like I think if like my inner Death Note comes out when it comes to like powers, and like if I was a Kainu, I would live by a volcano. And every volcano is connected through some magma somehow through the core of the earth. And I would use that as a highway. I would show up everywhere. That's what I would do. You know what I mean? Like like they should just he should just have a volcano. I would love it if Akainu just showed up at every single arc at the end as like the crazy villain, you know? It'd be kind of sick. Man, we also didn't see Akainu rolling up on Blackbeard. That was like, he rolled up on Ohara and he rolled up on Blackbeard.
Yeah, but he never met the Blackbeard pirates there.
Yeah.
They escaped too fast.
Damn, we need a Kainu.
He's gonna move, man. He's been hyping it up on the side, you know. He's been tweeting about it a lot, like the Elon Musk fight. It's coming any day now.
He has been getting blue balled pretty efficiently. Someone asked, like, is there a threat to Saturn? I mean, it is significant, right? Like, Kizaru was sent to escort Saturn, and Saturn's alone, right? But I just don't see a world where like it makes sense to have Saturn be like like threatened right now. I don't know. Is there a possibility?
Somebody pulls a gun to his head. Your time's up, Saturn.
Yeah, but like he's on the ship, they're on the top. Like who would do it? Is it just Blackbeard? Is that the idea? But like then they would need to know that he's there for that to like make sense, right?
Oh yeah.
So I feel like Saturn's just like a eye candy at this point. It was just to hype us. I want Saturn to do something, but like it doesn't feel like the arc is. All right, so like the wrap this around just a little bit is like what do you think, like is next chapter just a fighting chapter and then it ends, like it fizzles out? What did Saba Odi do? 511 was like crazy. The show
I think we're still going to be fighting and getting backstory. I think whoever mentioned the backstory comment of like, oh, it's, you know, Kizaru, Sentomaru, like what's the next one? The next one could just be straight to be Vegapunk. I don't even know, but I do like that a lot, that it focuses on a different character. And you know, get a Rob Lucci chapter, I wouldn't be too upset.
On Saba Odi, it was very quick. It was Kizaru showed up to Straw Hats, chapter 511, 512, then 513. It was done. It's weird because like I feel like that's the like it's so fast paced. Like literally last chapter, Kizaru was on a ship. Now he's up here, and Luffy is already fighting him. He's already taken out Sentomaru. He's already commandeered all the pacifistas. The Mark IIIs, taking those over is no like small thing either. Like that's a 50 Mark III. That was like an entire, like Vegapunk's out here saying like, oh my god, Egg, it's impenetrable. And Kizaru's just like, huh? Do you know me? Like I thought we were friends. Like it's he like I don't know. It's kind of kind of weird. Maybe there's a world where like Vegapunk puts on the light gloves and slaps him. Like that's the entire point of those gloves, just to give Vegapunk like the moment to just give him a good slap. Like, how dare you do this? You know?
Yeah, give him like a wet one.
Yeah. Or it could give him like an Itachi moment, right? Like an Itachi Sasuke moment where like Kizaru kills, like, this is completely scuffed, guys. I'm not, like, Kizaru kills him, but then Vegapunk like taps him on the forehead, but because he's wearing the photon gloves, he can. Some shit like that. Like, he passes on his will, and then Kizaru changes. That's not happening, obviously. But something I was gonna bring up earlier, given like, I feel like it's not crazy to think, could Jinbei like run meaningful defense solo against like these ships and the vice admirals, given the situation? Like, if the sea beasts are on, like, not working with them, and then like the pacifistas are on the island, can Jinbei just become Aquaman? We did clarify that there's no fishermen marines, and then like if it's just vice admirals and like Kizaru's there, and I mean, like, yeah, obviously Saturn, obviously it's not realistic. I'm just asking, like, do you think there's like could in a headcanon, could you see like Jinbei just becoming like Katara at the Northern Water Tribe kind of thing, just speak, or not Aang at the Northern thing, and become like God and just like take over everything?
Nah.
I want Jinbei.
I mean,
to do
like,
that,
I think Jinbei could destroy like a lot of the battleships one by one, but time wise, it would just take too much time, too much effort, and then by that time, like, you know, all the strong people are just gonna get off the ships and onto the island. Like, it would kind of just be strange after a while. It's like, oh, this guy's destroying our ships, but you know, he's taking a while, man. Because Jinbei, like, he takes like a solid like 2 or so minutes to build up that water to like shoot it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine him doing that like 100 times.
I want Ace novel Jinbei. I just want that Jinbei. Am I wrong for that? You know, the Ace novel Jinbei was insane. Like, he was out here killing like the entire forest, and like, I mean, Ace in the Ace novels was crazy too, like countering Blackbeard or Whitebeard like that. But Kizaru dying will make Akainu get up and do something. Kizaru's not dying.
Nobody the Straw Hats fight actually die.
Yeah, that's
like, they're
why
all still alive.
In the short today, people are commenting, like, I said that the, like, obviously, so the encompass of the short was a lot of people still on the boat that Emu's the final villain. And I've been on the, I made the Blackbeard video, and I was like, Blackbeard's the final villain. Well, I didn't say that in the video, but I could see Blackbeard being the final villain. That would be the setup for it. Blackbeard being the final antagonist. Maybe not Blackbeard himself, but like an essence of Blackbeard. If you watch the video, you understand. But what I was saying was, like, yeah, it could be Emu, but I found the note where it's like Oda said, like, originally the story was about the Straw Hats or Luffy taking down the Yonko. And so the Shichibukai were added to space it out, right? But then when you think about it, if it was a story to fight the Yonko, that was the original plan, 5-year story, One Piece, and it was Oda had the whole thing around the Yonko, that kind of implies that the world government was also the same way as like the warlords. Luffy surmounted the warlords and then was able to then punch at the realm of Yonko because he took down all these warlords. Maybe that's the same scope where it's like the next warlords or in the next Yonko, that's what like the Gorosei and Emu end up doing. Maybe it's an insane level, but like that's where Blackbeard and Shanks could be. I don't know about the Shanks thing, and that was the point. And at the very beginning, I was just like, obviously I think Luffy's gonna send Emu and the Gorosei to Senior Citizen Center, and people were like, yo, that's crazy. I was like, well, he's not gonna kill them. I don't know where else to put them. Like, if he's not killing them, they're just gonna end up in a geriatric home, right? Like that.
I feel like the best thing to do with the Celestial Dragons, because like you said, like Luffy is probably not gonna kill any of them. Just have them live like with commoners. That's like the worst punishment for them.
Give him the homing treatment. That's crazy.
Give him the homing treatment, like a forced homing treatment.
Which island? Choose.
Which island?
Yeah, which
Wherever
island?
they want.
No,
I'm not gonna like.
You don't
Why would you put them all together? They have strength in numbers. Separate them.
You choose. No, but you said wherever they want. You're gonna let them choose what island they go to. I'm saying you choose. Yeah, split them up somewhere. Like what are the islands?
Like maybe they draw straws. They get like a random island and go. Like I don't think it matters too much.
But like it's like a punishment thing. Like Gaimon's island. Is that a good one? No, that's not among humans.
No, you need civilization there.
Yeah. So what would be Sai? You are oh my god, wait, you are the perfect person to ask. Pepe Kingdom. That is a great answer. Real quick, Sai, I need you to channel your inner celestial dragon. I know it's easy for you. Channel it real quick. If you were a celestial dragon, what would be the worst island you could go to? Besides Fishman Island and Pepe Kingdom.
Besides Fishman Island?
Yeah, Fishman Island's kind of like easy.
Like, what's the worst kingdom I could go to?
Yeah. If you were a celestial
really
dragon.
Been anywhere bad.
But for
like maybe like a war torn country like Broccoli or something.
Ooh.
Like that would be awful, but like that's like war torn. That's like kind of different. A Bisu town, but it's not a Bisu town anymore though. Like those guys are thriving. Green Bull gave them a forest. They're living. Raijin Island, we don't know who lives there. So far, we only saw a witch off the coast. It could be uninhabitable. Like I really do think you need to like put them in societies, like good ones.
Yeah.
Like so, I would send them to like Fisherman Island. Hang out with the people, learn what's up. One to Skypiea, weather area. Like it doesn't have to be like anywhere bad.
They have to live with the tribes.
Yeah, I mean that's fine too. Shoot.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's like a bad island per se. Like they all seem like pretty good existences. Like personally though, if I had to pick an island to live at, I'd pick Water 7. I like Water 7 a lot.
Yeah, I was thinking that would be their favorite place to go to though.
Yeah.
Because
Water 7, I like Fishman Island too, man. I freaking love fish. Catch me at Fishman
you like
Island.
Eating fish.
Well, yeah, I love eating fish. I love the ocean and stuff, so I'd go there.
So you can't. Not that you can't, but like
they eat fish there. Cammy was like a vegetarian, but like there are fishermen who eat fish.
Mermaids don't eat fish meat, but the fishmen eat fish meat, which is an interesting
fish meat, man.
Thing. But like
not like sausages, but like fish meat.
That's wild.
Impel Down would be a pretty cool place to live too. I wouldn't mind living in Impel Down. Not like as a prisoner, but like as a guard, Like that hand you ball. Yeah, give me a room over there.
There was one last thing I was going to ask, and then, we close out the stream, had a fun chapter. We have a break week, so get more time to cook in the oven.
I won't be around for the next chapter. It's so sad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I won't be here, guys. Next time Par does that Milky Way, I'm not gonna be here to bask in the glory.
I mean, you can always call in.
Gone. Call in. Shoot, maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
Imagine
Hawaii
you're just like
zone.
On the beach, like you're just straight up like you had the and you're just like an umbrella, you're sipping on like a Mai Tai or something like that,
Yeah, you'll catch me with a little hat on, a little like grass skirt.
Yeah, there's like hula hoop like dancers in the back. That's crazy. Maybe we do that.
It's kind of sad. Like I was hoping that the vacation would line up perfectly with the break week, but Oda's taking some crazy breaks, my man. Like this dude said, I'm in San Francisco. He said I'm not even in Japan right now. He's not riding 1092. Taking a minute.
The break weeks are perfect for me. Literally I can't tell you guys how perfect the last year of break weeks have been for me. Literally, like the December one, I still can't fathom that one. The ridiculousness of like literally every year when Oda takes that like end of the year break, it's always like in one chunk or something like that, like 2 weeks at a time. This year he broke it up like one a week. There was a chapter, a week, a break week, a chapter, a break week, and literally my son, like I had to take a week off. Then it was break week. Then the next break week was when my son was born, and then the next week was when I was like moving or whatever, and everything was perfect. And then this time it's the same thing. I've been busy all the break weeks, and I'm like, damn, Oda didn't even like tell us that. But are you a little real quick since you brought it up? I mean, we kind of knew that like Oda was gonna like essentially be somewhere. I feel like he telegraphed that a little bit, but we didn't know how extensive this trip was going to be. But that picture, that the New York Times picture where he's just standing anonymously amongst all these One Piece fans and nobody knew it was him. Do you feel like, this is a two-part question, and this is to the chat too. Do you, Sai specifically?
I wouldn't want to meet him.
No, not meet him. You're in that crowd.
Yes.
There's a very clear Japanese looking man over there. You think something, right? Like
in San Francisco, home of the Eastern Asians. Nah, dude.
But he's like, he's a stand like in this picture, right? It's like
I probably think Oda's homeless, man. You see what he was wearing?
That's
dude,
perfect.
He's either dripped out in like the West gear.
That's what everyone wears. Hold on.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's like, he's either the West gear or he's homeless. Like, I'd pay an old Asian man no mind.
I looked at that. No, I was telling my wife would have been like, oh, you would have noticed, because we went to a few places. I'm like, that's the guy right there. He's just walking amongst everyone, but all he's doing, there's no attention's brought to him, so no one realizes that's the celebrity that they paid money to come to their show. Walked right past him to the bathroom, and I'm like sitting there like, there's no shot that I wouldn't look at that person and be like, there's something up with him. There's something up with him.
Here's a good one. Would you want to meet Oda and like talk to him? Because I genuinely I don't think I would want to. It's like one of those things, like never meet your heroes, and plus like he's not gonna tell you, like he might give like a hint to something, but like
I wouldn't even ask that kind of stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'd probably just ask him how often like he masturbates or something.
Yeah, you something like that. Like
keep it chill, like guy talk. I bet people ask him every day about One Piece. We need to like hit him up with like normal questions, like like what do you eat for dinner? Which
brand of lubricant he uses. So
yeah. Hit him with some normal, like make him feel like human,
Yeah, for me, and we talked about this on the 50/50. Like I'm not a like celebrity stuff doesn't like if there's I hate I hate lines. Like I don't like lines. I also just like crowds aren't my thing. But
that's guy stuff.
But then like when like I don't know, it's just hard for me to be like running at something like that. I get why people get excited, right? But for me it's not like that. And then the difference would be if I knew it was Oda, right? I would be like meaning if someone announced that this is Oda, right? It'd be way different than if I suspected it was Oda, because that's a different conversation. But also it's funny because I sometimes am the type to just like strike up a conversation with like a random person, especially if they're just like just standing out in the middle like that, because that's where I would be standing too. I hate I hate crowds, so I would just be like off to the side, and then so like if there's someone else like doing the same thing, I'm like, what are you up to? And you just talk. And then like if I gathered it was Oda, then I would kind of be like, I'd be like,
do you draw? Do you draw?
Yeah, I'd be like, hey,
no, oh, you could get like a pencil and do this with his eyes, like, hey, yo, I see your astigmatism's cured, huh?
I'd like drop a pen real quick
that vision
and then
level.
See his reaction. I'm like, it'd be like
give him some sunglasses. Actually, wait, get a USB cord, plug it up his bum, and be like, you're now hooked up to the ParVision.
Nah.
Yeah, yo, link him up.
No, so like Sung Jin-woo, the classic from damn, I forgot the name of the series is coming out this year or some shit. What's that series called? Whatever. Everybody knows what it's from.
Solo Leveling?
So yeah. Like I don't know. At least my wife can attest to it. I'm just not it's hard for me to
show the big Zoro manga panel.
Yo,
Hey, yo, you draw this?
That'd be so funny. I'd be like, oh my god.
Hey, yo, do you hear about how Zoro lost his eye?
This is my, yo, if I said, yeah, that's the kind of shit. It'd be like,
so funny.
like, oh man, you want to see my favorite panel of the manga? And then show him that. And then he's like, Nani?
I see you like One Piece as well, old Asian man. How do you feel about this, Ching?
That'd be crazy. Yeah,
hit him up with. Oh, imagine if you were racist to Oda, because he doesn't speak good English. Dang, do you think Oda experienced like heavy like racism here?
Probably.
Because he doesn't speak amazing English.
Probably.
No, man. You see Oda on the street, and you're like, "Hey, man, you took my parking spot," and then he starts speaking Japanese. You just.
It's
that'd be crazy. That'd be so sad. I hope Oda had a great time.
No, but LA's different. I feel like when I went to LA, it wasn't like
LA's
that.
LA's different. Yeah,
I mean,
LA's
obviously,
really
every major city has its
but
issues.
Yeah,
but,
I wouldn't want to meet Oda. I wouldn't want to like potentially give a bad interaction to this man.
Yeah,
I mean, like imagine like the next cover story. He writes a cover story. It's like reader requested by me. And it's like how a guy cut me off in the bathroom while I was,
Yeah.
And it's like me like looking like this. I'm like, woo.
No,
yeah, I wouldn't want that.
In reality, like going back to like the whole thing, it's like my wife has many a times told me like, wait, why didn't you? What, you love that guy? Why didn't you like say anything? I was like, it's a little weird. You know what I mean? Like I like that guy, but it's not like what would it come from a conversation? Like what? Am I trying to get his number? Like I don't care about that shit. You know what I mean? Like some things, but it's like if things are gonna happen, they're gonna happen. You know what I mean? I don't really care for like that kind of stuff, right? But I'm like a functional kind of thing. So like when I'm in public, I'm like, that's not safe. And I'd see Oda alone, no bodyguards. Nah. You know what I mean? Like, no. This
you're about to bully him.
Like, no, I'm not gonna bully him. I'm stressing. Country. Like, if I thought that was Oda, my first thought was like, I'm watching out so that he doesn't get hurt. Cause like, hey, we have more Asian hate.
You see a Rob Lucci walking up to Oda, you're like,
yeah, dude, that's when I would actually interact. That's the type of shit. Like,
actually, wait. Here's a good one. I feel like we talked about that. Would you take a hit for him?
A hit for Oda?
Yeah.
Okay. See that we talked about this in a different light.
Yeah,
like,
we talked about this in a different light. Like,
yeah.
Would you take a? I forgot who we said, but like, would you take a hit for Oda? Because honestly, I don't think I would. If I saw a gun, like a bullet, like stop motion flying towards Oda, and I was like, oh, I can block it, but I have to take this. I don't think I would. Like I'd be so like tear down my cheek. It's like, oh god, but I wouldn't.
Realistically, the only like taking a bullet in that situation for it to make sense, it would have to be like a reactive thing. Like it's not like in the movies where it's like
no, that's why I said like stop motion, like everything stopped for a second. You're like it's like a video game. You have a choice.
If I could make a choice,
like I got a family, dude. Like
especially now that I'm a dad, it's like that's
you have a kid and stuff. Like like imagine like you're a ghost, right? And like you come down, and then you hear your wife and kid, and like, where's dad? And it's like, well, he took a bullet for his mangaka,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
goddamn.
Yeah, for me,
dude.
And I said this before when we talked about the decisions I would make.
Peace out, Oda.
The decisions I would make if my family was there and my family wasn't there is completely
sorry,
different,
man.
Right? Like I could do a lot different things than
this one's for Ace. Yeah, whisper that in his ear.
But as far as the bullet thing, that's where I'm like we went to a concert recently. I spotted the person, like the artist that we were going to. Nobody noticed them. My eyes were locked in, and I was like, anybody could just walk up and just like do crazy things. And my wife was just
like mug him.
Yeah. And like,
yeah. Imagine how much cash he has in his pocket.
It's not that, but I'm just like, yo, like, this is risky. This is risky. I'm a risk. I like to mitigate risk. That's my thing. So if Oda I could mitigate the risk for Oda, that's different than taking a bullet. You know what I mean? Like I would be
I don't know if I'd
watchful.
mitigate risk.
I'm trying to think. There was an example. Maybe I'll just bring it up in the 50.
He's a grown-ass man. I'm not gonna be checking his surroundings for him, you know. But like, here's the thing: if
That's
Oda
my
goes
auto
down,
setting, though. That's my auto setting.
if
I
Oda
always
goes
sit
down,
whenever I could see the front door. Like that's just me. I always do that.
same.
Yeah. So like that, you say like exactly. You do the same thing. That's just an auto setting.
But it's for myself and my family. It's not for like, you know.
Yeah, but for
You know,
me,
unless if I talk to you, yeah, you know, got that connection.
okay,
But
so actually, here's an example. We were in the city. I saw like a car situation, right? I told my wife, like we weren't in danger, but I was like, there's an accident that's about to happen right there. 10 seconds later, accident, and my wife is like, and that I've seen so many accidents, but like that kind of thing, I just can't like. If I'm there, I have to see everything. You know what I mean? And then like,
damn, that's crazy.
If that's not like one, it's like, yeah, dangerous, but it's not dangerous to me, so I don't have to care. But then I'm doing that because that's how I am in public. I just have to be watchful. I always am. But
yeah,
that's why I don't like being in public.
Dude, if Oda goes down though and his assistants take over, imagine they have an admiral agenda. Yo. They start switching up that power scaling real quick. That'd be crazy.
Yo, after we saw, my mind was blown. I need to know you know what that is. If I knew it was Oda, that might be something I'd ask about. Was the film Red? It was film Red in Odyssey? Those promo panels where Oda drew, not Oda, his like one of his main editors. And staff people drew the Shanks versus Shanks, and that's like official like published. You remember that, right?
Yeah. I'm the one who sent you it, right?
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, that shit scares me. If we lose Oda, hey, I don't know
it'll be good, because
you don't know if those guys thought it was a good idea or they were memeing. If they were memeing, fine. But if that's the kind of story we're getting, that might be the One Piece I drop.
Imagine Akira Toriyama takes over. That would be cursed. I think if Toriyama takes over One Piece, that's when you gotta drop it. Like, you get out of there quick. That's like a burning building. Those numbers about to plummet.
I always like because I posted the Toriyama stuff, like how Oda puts Dragon Ball on a pedestal and Toriyama on a pedestal. Whenever I phrase it in the thing, I always say like was. like I don't know if is still applicable. I don't know if Oda is looking at current Toriyama and being like, that's my GOAT. He's probably looking at the Toriyama that set the standard and like that's the GOAT, right? But one thing that Oda did say is that Toriyama's good at drawing, which hey, I can't knock. They're the artists.
I think he's good at drawing.
Yeah. So
good at storytelling, dude. Like, you know, after one round around the campfire, you kick him off.
Yeah.
Where the ghost story's at.
There was like a few mangaka that Oda said like their drawing is incredible, and Toriyama was one of them. I forget who the other one was. And he's not wrong. It's not.
No, wrong. GT wasn't even done by Toriyama, man. Toriyama actually was jealous of GT, so he doesn't include anything from GT because he's so butthurt. That's my favorite piece of lore about Toriyama. He's such a petty author. And I think I told you this, but the Dragon Ball Super manga for the past 5 months have been retelling the superhero movie story 1-to-1. If you are monthly for Dragon Ball Super, you are living in endless hell, limbo. Madara took over the world and you are dying. That is awful.
Oh, man. I miss being a kid and like having all the hype that was from Dragon Ball. GT was cool. I watched a lot of GT on my Game Boy. I had like a game package that had the entire like series on, and I watch it like this. Super cool. But yeah, so as far as chapter 1091, not the craziest chapter, but also
set up. Felt like filler a little bit, but not bad.
Here's I thought this was interesting. I mean, this is shown in Jump, but like seems like Oda took over. Why is there a cheetah? Did that like?
Hey, all I gotta say is, when I first saw this, I thought it was a leopard, and I'm like, yo, Lucci's close behind, you know, like, hey, yo, not even Zoro's here, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what is that saying? What is that saying?
I was like, this is Lucci's little brother, Poochie. But then they told me it was a cheetah, so I guess it's Gucci. But yeah, I was just like, huh, that's a little interesting, because like Oda had to have like been involved. So like, did Shonen Jump was like, Oda, you get to put Chopper, Usopp, and Luffy, and we're just gonna throw in a random cheetah for shits and giggles in your art style. And I'm like, huh, I wonder what that means. But and then we got the Do Flamingo. We got Do Flamingos here in the thing. So maybe Do Flamingo shows up. The last Pete's of the pizza, the pie here. The
Getting some of that pizza.
Yeah, look at the way Luffy's gripping that pizza.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody grab pizza like that before, man.
That's a violation.
Like I said, you know, he might have to join the social club pirates with that kind of grip strength. Holy!
I don't agree with your take on the social club pirates, but I agree with this is a violation. If it wasn't Luffy and this was in real life and I saw someone do this to a pizza, I would call PETA. I would call somebody. Like this needs to be reported. This is not okay.
You know how like there's that image of Luffy biting Yamato's breast because like he has a wide mouth and Yamato's just panned. I feel like this is another one of those like images that they will Photoshop Luffy grabbing something else.
Only because now you said, I didn't even know the first one. What do you?
Oh, you don't. It's a popular meme panel where it's like Luffy. Let me see if you can look up Luffy biting Yamato.
I'm not looking this up.
I'm sure somebody here knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and you will get insta banned if you send it in my Discord, because that is TOS.
I mean, I'm not gonna send it, but let's just say it's out there. It's out there.
I'm just saying that one of the viewers might be like, "Oh, Par never saw this. I'm gonna be a good Samaritan."
It's Nami, but iconic image. No, it's Yamato. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh God.
I will. I'm not gonna send it your way, but it is Yamato.
Do you think
it's from when Luffy grabs Yamato's little kimono and pulls her close?
Oh, I haven't seen it, but I've seen.
And then they change the face to where like Luffy has that Katakuri mouth, like just.
Damn, that's creative as hell. What the heck?
Yeah, people are great, man, and that's what I'm saying. Like this pizza image is about to be cursed.
Oda knew it. Oda knows though. That's the thing. Here, a question though. I think this is the last thing that we'll leave up on.
Baby.
Do you think Luffy pulls out Gear 5?
Yeah.
So the fight goes, because that was an interesting thing. Luffy instantly pulled out Gear 5 against Lucci, right?
Yep.
But then here, he fights him in base, which, you know, isn't like, it's not a knock on Kizaru, and it's not like anything on Luffy's side. But I do think it's kind of interesting that, like, I wonder what that says about Lucci, like how Luffy
he put that respect on Lucci, man. Showing him Gear 5th.
It's not even like a respect, but also like a.
I need to wrap this up.
Like almost like respect. It is. That's what it is. But it like a different note, a different tone of it. Yeah, I was just like, I was sitting here thinking, like, does this fight drag on? Like, is it like, does Luffy pull out Gear 5 and then what? In Gear 5, does Kizaru get slapped around like for a little bit because he's like, what the hell is this? Because that's my thing. I feel like because that's what happened with Kaido, right? Like Kaido could handle Gear 5 to a certain extent. After he like got his sea legs, like he was like, all right, that just happened. And then after that, he started bopping Luffy left and right and here and there, and he was boxing Luffy in Gear 5. He was doing it, right? But the first instance, that was like, what is this? You know what I mean? And I feel like every single person that meets Gear 5, like that sort of needs to happen a little bit. That kind of happened with Lucci too, right? Like Luffy turned into Pac-Man, and it's like, huh? And like then he turned into a luchadora, and then he's like, huh? And then like Lucci was just like, wait, he's like busting my ass right now. What is happening? Like there was like that panel where like Lucci's like, why is this hurt so much? You know? And like that's Lucci, but like does that happen to Kizaru? Like does Luffy get those free hits in that is just like is understanding what Gear 5 is, and then the fight is that long. That's why I'm like, I don't know if he pulls out Gear 5, because then that means Kizaru has to take hits. I feel like it's weird if he doesn't take hits.
I feel like he'll take hits, but it's just like adjusting to it. I think he'll be fine.
Have we seen an Admiral take like, I guess like Fujitora is take Akainu, but Akainu was versus Whitebeard. I guess that's similar. Yonko. Put the respect on a Yonko thing. Do you think, we talked about this. All right, this is the last thing. Because I gotta go. It's late. This is your shining time. But do you think, because we talked about this, Kizaru is technically the most decorated admiral that we know of, like, in our timeline, because he was like there from the very beginning. Like, presumably he knew of like Roger's era, some of the Rock stuff, like all that stuff. Does Kizaru hit us with the line of like, you are Yonko level? Like, this is,
I think he will, just for the fan fiction,
I think he does
for the
too.
hype.
Because up until now,
like, not even Kizaru, but like I think Oda would like definitely put that in there.
Yeah,
he's gonna be like, man, the fans are gonna love this one.
Because I feel like, after Whole Cake Island, Big News Morgan says it, then everyone's like, not everyone, but like Blackbeard, Kaido, Big Mom, they're like, he's not ready for it, he's not in it, and then Kaido proves it, slaps him one hit, bop, right? Then after Wano, we have like Ryokoku kind of disrespecting it a little bit, because he's just like, I'm gonna run up on all of these guys. They just took out these two Yonkos. It don't matter. It's just Luffy. I'm here for Luffy. I'm a solo dolo this entire mission, right? Little disrespectful. And then afterwards we land on Egghead, and we got that like soft thing like from Shaka, but Shaka's not a meaningful, like, Shaka's smart, but it's not like when he said like, Zoro and Robin, they're on the Yonko crewmates. You can't disrespect a Yonko crew. That felt good. But if it came from Kizaru, that's kind of nutty. You know what I mean? Like, we end off like, like Luffy's leaving, he's successful, and Kizaru picks up his like hat or something, picks up his jacket because it fell off, and he's like, I guess he is a Yonko now, or some shit like that. That would be
maybe
sick.
Not like that. Like, he's a Yonko. I think they'd be like, like, this is Shanks' prodigy or something like that. I think that'd be a better line than, this guy's a Yonko.
No, but I don't want this is Shanks. I don't want that's little bro treatment.
It does. I mean, that's fine.
No, I want this is
it's like
Luffy.
It's like how Kaido looked at Luffy and he was like, you're just as great as them. Like, maybe Kizaru has that. Like, Shanks, Odin. I don't know.
Yeah, I
feel like something like that could be in the cards.
Imagine if he hit us with the, you're stronger than Kaido. I could have taken Big Mom and Kaido, but you? I don't know.
Yeah, like, I wish, man, the fanboy in me, I really wish Oda, like, detailed who would have won. Because, like, people are like, Kizaru wouldn't stand a chance against Kaido. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, Kizaru knows who he is. He's been in the Force for a while. He knows what Kaido's about. He was around that era. And Kizaru was like, like, Big Mom and Kaido, you want me to go take him out real quick? Like, he literally asked the Kainu for, like, that permission, right?
Do we get
I wish we just knew. Like, if Kizaru went there, it would have been game over for them. Like, that would be insane. I don't know. And now we're just like living in the gray zone, like, because Kaido's portrayal is it's like your thing with King, right? It's all about the portrayal. Like, they look great, and then like we look back at it, it's like, okay, but how strong was he? It's like Doflamingo. That was like a freaking 20 chapter long fight. That involved the entire country. But we look back at Doflamingo, and it's like, Luffy could probably beat him in like one hit. It's kind of like how that is. Like, I feel like as the story goes on, these fighters get stronger and stronger, and then we look back at past opponents, and maybe we'll look back at Kaido and we'll say, Kaido was strong at the time, but Luffy nowadays, like, this guy could probably take him.
At the end of the day, it's shonen. It's always going to increase. That's just the way the genre works. Drip D sauce is crazy. I do need to know why Akainu has that like PTSD. Akainu is scared of Kinyamon.
That's no samurai, man. Maybe Akainu's immortal. He used to about Ryuma.
Like, yeah,
That Ryuma guy is nuts.
Yeah, he just like, it wasn't even Odin. Like, he never interacted with Odin. He's just like, I don't even know. It's almost like Odin beat up on Akainu's dad or some shit like that, like in front of him. That's the kind of like, not the samurais. Oh my god, like that's almost what needs to happen for that to be like justified. How else would that make sense?
Maybe V Nasu Judo. Maybe he was from Wano, and then he was like, guys, like maybe he was the one who hypes up the Wano samurai.
Yeah, and then Akainu's like, oh
it.
my god, this guy is afraid of them. They must be crazy.
Jake is a snake, Kaido's a frog, and Whitebeard too. That's my agenda.
No. See, that's too far.
That's my man right there, Jake.
But I like what Tosmorn said. He said next chapter, and this kind of fits, right? What Luffy says, we're 100 times stronger, right? I think Kizaru's saying something along the lines of, I mean, not this far, but no, I'd say you're as strong as those old monsters, right? Like, I don't know if it would be that respectful, right? But like, you know, maybe it's like, you're getting ahead of yourself, but like, I recognize it. And then he goes gear 5, and then it's like, oh shit, you know. But Drifty Sauce then said something, and that sparked a thought in my head. How crazy would it be if like you know, we talked about this, like Kizaru had like that Gojo, like that, like unstoppable, nobody has touched me in years kind of energy, like last chapter. And
oh, you mean like he just gets stronger during this fight,
like because this is like
it awakens his fighting spirit.
We have no understanding of anybody who's ever fought this guy and like actually put meaningful damage on him, you know what I mean? Like every single time Oda's always shown it was like Shanks or Ben Beckman, and he just kind of like, it's not worth it right now. You know what I mean? He's like an efficient person to a certain extent, but nobody has like actually put damage on him in a meaningful way. And Kaido had that too, right? Kaido's whole thing was like, man, I haven't had a real fight in years. And meanwhile, he just fought Big Mom for 3 days apparently, right? And no scratches, whatever. And he's like, oh man, Luffy, you don't understand. This is a whole different,
like a greeting, you know.
And then Luffy punches him, hits him in the jaw, slaps him down, a little blood from his lip, and then Kaido goes, man, when's the last time I've been hit like this? How high can your ceiling go? And then he pictures the famous 5. How high can you? Does Kizaru do a Marines version of that with Luffy? This is like how, and then you see like Garp. Finally, we get the Garp panel.
Yeah, we get Garp, Akainu, Sengoku. Yeah,
we get Kong. Oh shit!
Nah, not even Kong. Yo, we're gonna get Zephyr up in there. You know, make that man canon.
We get for Garland. We get Garland in there. That'd be kind of sick. That'd be a cool way to hype him up too. The Kizaru's how high can your ceiling go, and Luffy, and then you just see like Luffy with the same.
Imagine it's like 9 silhouettes of God Knights. the same silhouettes.
Yo,
from Dragon. That'd be funny.
That's why there's a break. Oda actually just wanted to figure out what meme he wants, because that 5 panel from Kaido had been used for a long ass time, and then we're just saying that like, guys, we have to take this with a grain of salt. There's not Garp on there, and people are like, because Garp's a fraud. It's like, oh really is Garp a fraud? And then it's like wrong. It's like, no, you have to contextualize what he's saying. He didn't put Big Mom on there. Doesn't mean Big Mom's weak. Like I kind of want a Marine version now. I want a full Marines version from Kizaru.
Imagine Smokers up there.
That would be like the worst.
How high can your ceiling go? Cincinnati, Doberman, Smoker, Kadar. No, Bogart wouldn't be in there. Yeah. Who else? Who's a good one?
Bogart's on
like,
there.
We could put Iron up there. Like, yo,
who's Iron?
Kokikage. What? Vice Admirals, brother. What are you talking about?
There's 43 of them.
Exactly. Imagine. Oh, yeah. Are you up there with the greats? It's 43 Vice Admirals. Yo.
No,
that's what I'm talking about. He hits Luffy with your ceiling go.
He hits Luffy with the you're Vice Admiral rank now.
Yeah.
Oh man, That'd be so.
Ball fingered Geraldine.
Wait, that wasn't even a. That was a
It's a pirate. It's a Shakespeare.
Why would Kizaru?
You got the freaking social club up in there.
Just saying fun name, nasty ninja. Come on, at least give us the I'm saying like
no, like Kizaru just starts making things up. Like, oh, there's a pirate back in the day. I think his name was Gaimon. Yeah. Like, oh, like, are you as strong as Higuma?
We get like a Giga Chad picture of Gaimon, but he's in the treasure chest, like super yoked.
You see like Prime Moria up in there.
Yo, hold on, Prime Moria.
You have homing in there too. That'd be good.
Yeah, I think that's what next chapter is though. Like,
Fisher Tiger.
Memes aside, it's a checkpoint.
Clean ball finger.
Oh, no.
Lizzo.
Stop. The 50-50 rep.
Yeah, Lizzo's up in there too.
How high can you? Why are these the rep?
Lizzo and her five dancing commanders. They got like lawsuits ready to go.
As we were saying though, I think next chapter is like a reference chapter. I think next chapter is like a checkpoint. Like it's like Luffy's this strong, Zoro's this strong, Sanji this.
The guy that leaked Starfield.
Wait, what?
There's a game called Starfield coming out, and some guy stole the game and he leaked it, and now he's a felony charge. Imagine he's up there, the world's worst criminal. I
didn't know about all that. You got to fill me in on the 50-50.
That's so good. I'm crying.
Yeah. All right, though.
Toriyama, the world's worst drawer.
This is a random silhouette of Goku. Like,
no, Goku and like Toriyama with puppet strings, and like Goku has like those lactation things on because he's milking them. Yeah, that's crazy.
Whoa. Okay, that's a fair part to
we vibing, man.
Let's oh man, Sabo being on there would be kind of sick.
Yeah, Sabo,
the Flame Emperor.
Ooh.
All right, but 1091 down in the books unofficially. Officials come out this Sunday. We 1092 in 2 weeks. Got a lot planned out. Size probably gonna message out to his people what's going on. So definitely go sub to his channel and join Discord to find out.
I won't be there for 1092. I'll be there for the spoilers, but I won't be there for like the chapter review or the par thing, which unfortunate. Maybe Oda takes another break after 1092 and then we'll get all that in. But yeah, no chapter 1092 review, no collab with par that week. Unfortunately, I just won't be around.
Yeah, unless
bad timing.
Bend space and time. But as far as what's to come over here, I got a few videos. If you guys have noticed, I took the break, not sitting down. I've been pumping out content. It's all unique to the channel. I think it's very good to recontextualize a lot of my old theories, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm like revisiting them. But also the play is I'm building up all that stuff so that if there's ever a par break, not saying that there will, but if there is, I've got the schedule's out there, you know what I mean? So, but that being said, there's also the reverse situation where there might come a time where you're thinking like, yo, how is Par putting out this much stuff? I'm just going to say, you just got to tune into it. It's crazy to see how many people are actually coming in through that pipeline where there's a bunch of people binging old theories, and that's a fun thing because now I get to think about like the Void Century stuff, the Wano stuff, Gear 5. And Gear 5 is kind of important because it's like we still don't know what the fuck is going on. That's the one thing I hope for is that technically if my Shadows theory is right, or like not even right, if it's in the right direction, then this fight is insane for Luffy, for like Gear 5, because it's light, and that's kind of, if you know the Shadows theory, then that's important. But I also feel like if that is pivotal, that might be something that Oda would not want to flesh out too much like earlier on. He wants to like sit down on that a little bit. That being said, I have, because of the hyperbolic chamber I have been in, I found some crazy, like I don't even, there's no way in a normal schedule I would have ever found these things. But I found something where I'm like, yo, Oda is on this shit on the shadows. Like he said some wild like you just gotta hear it. But those are some things to look forward to. And Sai can vouch for the next theory. I told him a little bit about it. He said he liked it. So though he's not going to be here for that, good things are to come. Excited for the live action. And thank you guys again for getting me to 50K and then 60K.
Are you doing any special videos for the live action?
I just have a short. I just made a short. I'm just going to edit it real quick and post it like earlier on.
Like for the actual live action, like when it drops, you're gonna do anything like no watch parties or nothing? I think we talked about this already.
Yeah. Watch parties, no, probably not, because I'll probably just watch it with my family. But the discussions is a separate thing. I'm on the fence about the discussions. I have to see what the environment's like. I talked to a few creators already about what would it take for me to make that kind of content. But right now, what I want to see the most out of live action is how new people receive it. So once the live action comes out, I'm gonna do the uncharacteristic thing that I normally don't do, and I'm gonna scour the internet for like those, see what people are retweeting, see what people are talking about. I don't normally do that kind of thing. I want to see like because for example, Randy Troy, Chrissy Troy, I think Chrissy Troy, one of her relatives, has like a YouTube channel, but they like do like like real people TV, like TV show reviews, stuff like that. And so now that the live action's here, they're gonna do that. And so this is a content creator that covers these things, but now they're gonna do live action stuff. And so when she told me that, I was like, wait, I completely didn't like register that there's gonna be a whole wave of content creators, not just like anime adjacent, but like people that talk about like the I don't know what TV shows people do, like The Flash, I don't know, but like that kind of stuff. And then they're gonna come in, good or bad, I don't know, those kinds of people. Maybe you guys do. But hey, there's always going to be good and bad with everything, but I'm excited because I want to see what they say. So far, it seems like all the non-anime people have had good reactions off of it. So that's going to be exciting. And I'm going to be not film critics, yeah, but not necessarily like the film critics are that is actually a beef thing right now, where it's like people are saying that YouTube content creators that cover like these films and media, they ruin the industry and stuff like that, which is
hell yeah, ruin that industry. Film critics are lame.
And I was like, this is such a funny.
I would rather get my reviews from somebody who's normal than a film critic. I don't know, like there's just something about it, like if a guy walks up to you with a badge that says film critic, it's like, yo, this guy's an ass. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, like to a certain extent,
like I'd rather trust a guy like from Burger King, like we meet on the side, we order the same burger, and he's like, you know what, hey, yo, that TV show is cool. I'm like, you know what, I might check that shit out then.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a 50-50 conversation though, but I was gonna say like, the thing that I saw was about CinemaSins, like they had like the YouTube channel, like 10 million subs or whatever. They go through movies, and it's like they're not like film reviewers. I mean, not film reviewers, they're not like critics. They're just like having a good time. You know what I mean? But like, people have come out and said like they ruin the culture because they're like, these are not sins, and it's like they're just memeing, like they literally meme on themselves too. And it's like, I don't know how you watch that and think like, oh, this is my litmus test for how good a movie is. It's like, no, you watch that for shits and giggles. Like it's just it's a conversation thing, and then sometimes maybe something hits the right note, and it's like, you know what, that's actually like why didn't they do something different, right? But like, at the end of the day, media shouldn't be like, people have conversations. I think all conversations fine. I think film critics are valid, like they should exist, but I think like it's like what you said, the officialness of it is weird, but like, you know, now the information is so widely available. The way I think about it is like there's professionals that understand like this scene was so hard to film, right? And most people might miss that, right? Like it might be missed. Like even we could say the live action with something that that Matt Owens has said that he did for Fishman. He chose to go with prosthetics over CGI because the direction was to make the show feel realistic, not realistic, but feel tangible. Like CGI would be one step removed from immersing the viewer. Whereas like, yeah, maybe CGI could achieve a little bit more, but if we could try really hard with prosthetics and mix it in, then we can hit a note of immersion that, you know, we wouldn't be able to achieve with the CGI, right? And that's something that I would rely on a film critic of being able to tell me like, this is a difficult CGI thing to do, you know, and that's not a normal state. But now like I can go on TikTok, I can go on Twitter, and the animators there, and they're explaining the industry, and they're like, this took 10,000, this single like sequence of 10 seconds of frames, that was 10,000 hours. And like now I don't need that film critic to tell me like, oh, this is a masterpiece because of this, and this, because the straight up people are out here telling us that. And I'm like, oh, I can appreciate that, right? But yeah, so, you know, as far as the live action goes, I'm excited. I've been hearing good news. I don't want to, you know, obviously I feel like there's always going to be room for us manga viewers to be like, this one's a little weird, but like, again, I'm just going to let the good vibes rock. What's up, Gio? How you doing? Late night stream.
Yo, Gio.
We got some interesting peoples coming into the thing, but we are clocking out. Oh, wait. Sorry. 2 more minutes? Can you fill up 2 more minutes? Because I'm almost at 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 33 seconds.
You're so picky about that one.
I just like numbers.
So I don't watch a lot of Moors. Not because I don't like them, but, you know, obviously, like...
Oh, you're bringing up the more...
If I do One Piece content...
Yeah.
I'm not... you know, in my free time, I'm not going to look at One Piece content. You know, I do other things. I play Baldur's Gate. You know, I watch some shows on the side. I saw Morge's take on Twitter about the One Piece anime.
Yeah.
Don't know much about Morge.
Mm-hmm.
I love that take.
I think a lot of people were like adding a lot of meaning that he wasn't necessarily.
Yeah, they like look too deep into it, but I definitely agree with Morge though.
Because he was kind of just saying like he thinks that the anime would be better off seasonal, and I don't think that's a wild take. I think a lot of people agree.
He essentially said that there's so much filler in One Piece that it's pretty much unwatchable, and that people hype up the anime when you see like 1 minute of amazing animation, but you have to like stifle through like 19 minutes of like not great animation or filler. And I think you know, One Piece can't go seasonal now because it's too ingrained in Japanese culture. You can't make One Piece seasonal. But if you could turn back the dial, and if you could start One Piece from scratch, like anime, like let's say the manga has been ongoing, there's no anime, make it seasonal, and keep the quality consistent. We don't need the flashy scenes because like it's strange because the flashy scenes are cool at the moment, but in my opinion, like going back and just putting all those like imagine you're like an AMV editor, you want to make a consolidated, you know, piece for Luffy versus Kaido, like that animation is like it's a freaking roller coaster. It's so strange to like watch all together.
No, yeah,
I don't know. It's kind of jarring, at least for me.
Yeah. I think there's like, you know, a Kai. You know, a lot of people talk about that.
Yeah, Kai would be nice.
The thing for me is like there's like 3 different things, and like I almost wonder how much, you know, because I'm not into this conversation, and as far as like how Oda interacts with the anime director on like what decisions he gets to make, but I do think that there's a there might be like some, how do I say this, like we went over the 3 minute, but this is an important thing. I think there's value to weekly, like dropping quality for what weekly might give might be like someone said like in a few, I forget where, a few different conversations though, it's like One Piece might feel bad weekly, but like binging it doesn't feel as bad. And then like there's obvious things you can skip here and there, but for some reason, and this is just my headcanon, this is why I'm saying like I don't necessarily know, because Oda doesn't really, he talks about it lightly, but I feel like Oda puts a lot of care in the existence of weekly, because by being weekly, he gets to be in your life every single week non-stop,
like the dad I never had.
Yeah, like he gets to be there, and that's kind of like when I think about the like I just went through the live actors, their like interviews and what, like, and Matt Owens and various people, they talk like the what they talk about with One Piece. It's like, you know, it's a weird thing. This sounds a little weird, but it's like, so I honestly will. I think most people, when they're asked like, what's your favorite part about One Piece? Like, I think a lot of passionate people don't even mention this story. Like, yeah, they might say like, oh, Marineford's the best arc, or this Nami scene's my favorite thing. But a lot of times it's like, yo, like the good vibes, like the positive energy, the thing. And a lot of that comes from it being like, and this is the same thing for me, right? Like I talked about this too. It's like the reason why I was anime only for as long as I was because it was a tradition ever since I was a kid. Like I read manga very early on, but One Piece was the one thing, because I already did it for like 6 hours, or not 6 years. Every Saturday I would do that. I don't want to break that tradition, so I kept on going. And then, you know, I dabbled. I explained I dabbled in the manga here and there because I was like, yeah, this is the studio, they're taking liberties right now, they're stretching things out, and I just need to know. I was like, this isn't Oda, this is something else. I knew it, like Oda's not falling off, like nothing crazy like that. No, this is the studio. And then that got confirmed once I checked out the manga, right? But I think like the weekly thing has like an unmeasurable value that like no other medium has ever like even grasped to the same level, because when there's not many other things that are this long running that have that much content where people catch up and say, I want more, you know what I mean? So then it doesn't feel bad that it was that long. And it's like, yeah, you can make it cleaner, you could make it whatever. That's where I'm kind of like, I wonder if that's a thing where it's like Oda wanted the anime to be weekly because that, you know, original whatever. But then I also kind of look back at like the difference between a seasonal and then One Piece that was weekly, and kind of like, damn, like the back in the day, you didn't forget about certain things seasonally, like seasonal animes, because like there weren't that many, and the good ones are good. So like you were just like, oh, the season's done, I can't wait for the next season of whatever. And then when that came out, you remember. But now there's so much stuff, it's so easy to get lost. Like Bleach ended, it's like, when's the next Bleach? Attack on Titans is literally that, right? Like every time they put a new season, I'm like, have I aged 30 years since the last season? And it's like 5, and that feels like forever. But you know, now like our attention spans and all that stuff, it's like if you're not there in your life all the time, you can forget. And so I think there's a value to the weekly thing that might not isn't taken into consideration.
There's another solution, which is just add good filler.
Yeah, no, I think that's valid too. I think the good filler part is the one thing that's like unarguable, because especially at this point where it's like, yo, these guys don't know Enel's going to is on the moon. Like, how do we recoup that? Like, this isn't something this is a non-negotiable at this point. Like, so this was, after, so a lot of people are like, oh, Par's making a bunch of shorts. Like, oh, I miss his long videos, right? But my main agenda, this is bar, period, everything. I want people, if you're a manga reader, check out the anime. You don't have to watch all of it, but like, hey, check out these fun scenes. I did that with the Zoro King thing and it was really dope and people got really hype. I'm just like, yo, there's happiness that you could find in the anime. It's not all bad. You know, if you paint the whole thing as bad, then you're missing out on some dope things that like I would want to share the happiness with you and talk. If we met in person, I'd be like, yo, but they weigh the thing. But then if you were just manga, I couldn't have that conversation with you, right? But on the flip side, with the anime onlys, that's the thing. That's the reason why I switched to the anime or to the manga. But when it came to the manga, I think the most successful thing in the last 2 weeks of converting people, at least from them reporting, was the Lucci cover story. I put the Lucci cover story in my shorts and TikToks, and there was a few comments where like, yo, we need to catch up. Yo, we need to check this out. Like they were tagging people like, yo, this is sick. Some people like, yo, what? They didn't adapt this? And I'm like, yeah, there's so many of these things. Like, yeah, not all of them are Lucci, obviously, but they are interesting. They're really fun. And like, I'm still on the boat of whether I talk about the Germa one that's happening right now, because I'm not sure if after Wano they're going to do it. I haven't found any validating information for that, or confirming or whatever it's called. But I wouldn't want to spoil people on that if they are going to do that. And hey, maybe, because I was sitting there thinking like, yo, like after Wano, realistically, they're not that far from us. Like they're 30 chapters ish behind, kind of, technically, like sort of. They're almost at 1050. We're at 1090, 40 chapters. So like they're not that far. And the transition from end of Wano to Egghead is kind of insane. And I'm excited for it, but then I'm saying that like, yo, they're gonna adapt a bunch of shit and space it out. So, yeah. So that's a thought on the thing with Morge's thing. Like I saw some of it, I didn't see all of it. I think people were mischaracterizing what Oda said. Oh, not Oda. Morge said for a large portion of it because he was just like seasonal. I think that's valid. And then everyone's rebuttal is like, yeah, but. And then Morge kept on hitting them with like, so it's not great if you say but, and so then it's like Morge is nitpicking a little bit, you know, on those things, and it's funnier because Morge could have had that conversation on his stream and it would have been a lot better, but he's probably gonna stream about it. So it's the thing. Swordegg with the $2 super chat though says, "What's up, Par and Sai? I just got to work." Yo, Swordegg.
What's up, Swordegg?
Yeah, thanks for tuning into the Knockup stream. What a way to start your work day. And then he also super chats $2 and says,
"No,
Par, can you give us Sai's American name?" And wait, you haven't. Wait, what? Okay.
You already know what it is. What?
Yeah, I know, but I thought
you know what it is. No, they don't know.
Oh, wait,
nobody
really?
knows. Yeah, really.
Oh.
That is a secret.
All right. Yeah, I'm not in the industry of real names, you know. I like made up names, like ParVision. What a goofy ass name. Lots made it with this 8. I'm just gonna say Australian dollars. I don't know what the A is for. Just for keeping my day interesting. I appreciate you. I can't read that hashtag. I have no idea. My dyslexia is kicking it up. The anime has good highlights, but it's not worth sitting thousands. Okay, so for example, Hassan was just streaming with Matt Owens, and he brought up One Piece, and his mods and his viewers are like one of the most passionate group of One Piece fans. Like, even out, like I don't even think I've seen any of them in our community, but these guys are insanely passionate. I'm just like, where are you? Like, they're out here, they have their own like animation studio, editing studio, like information hub. It's wild. Oh, it's Lotse. Got it. My bad. Thank you for clarifying. Appreciate that, Lotse. But he pointed out that they log the hours that One Piece cut, and it's like average for arc, it's like 400 plus minutes. Dressrosa is 1500 minutes cut, and I, like that is where I
cut it. One Piece is great.
I watched the anime, and I sat there And I knew Fishman Island, that was the beginning. And I was like, it's just a Saturday. I'm having fun, you know, got a lot of, it's just the leisure. The One Piece is the shining light. Let's sit down for a Saturday night. But let me tell you, Dressrosa, I sat there and said, this is not real life. This is not Oda. This is just not, I need to know. I remember, like, I might be outing, but like, I remember sitting in Dressrosa and thinking like, is Oda falling? Like, I sat there, I was like, this is not the Oda I know. Either, like, I remember Googled it. I was like, is Oda okay? Because I think around Dressrosa was when one of my favorite, like a few anime mangakas ended up getting like health problems. I think World Trigger was the one, like, it just randomly just ended. Like the next episode, they just cut the episode and they were just like, yeah, sorry, World Trigger's done. The author's kind of like dying. And I'm like, you can't just hit me with that like randomly. And then I think they even asked for money at the end of the episode. They're like, if you guys could donate to us, maybe we could get out more things. And the World Trigger didn't come out for like another 10 years. But Dressrosa, it was like that sad. I remember, I think I was in my dorm or something. And I was like, no, Oda, please be okay. That's how bad Dressrosa was. And it's validated. 1,500 minutes is ridiculous. That is insane. Or not 1,500
whenever
minutes.
Somebody
1,500 minutes.
In the One Piece, I always recommend One Piece.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, all right. We'll end it there. I got that 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. All right, 10 seconds. Thank you guys.
Holy crap.
Thank you guys for this, for being here, for spending the night. Thank you, Sai, for being here.
Of course.